Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a magnificent Monday night. I hope everyone out there is doing happy, healthy, and well. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another week in wrestling kicking off with WWE RAW tonight. A stacked card ahead. Lots going on in the wrestling world. Make sure you get in that chat. Join us. Click that like button. Do not forget that like button. But ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is back. And we're going to talk about a company that's proving you can do big business when you announce things. But lots to get into. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we have all the reactions to all the action here tonight on what should be a very stacked Monday Night Raw. We got two left. We got two tonight and next week. And then we're at WrestleMania, folks. So make sure, get in that chat. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind. We got you for 3+ hours tonight. It's going to be a fun one. As always, we love covering more live wrestling than anyone else out there. And I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and look in my eyes. What do you see? It's Drew at Mindy's Bakery.
Oh, Drew McIntyre, how we love thee, that you found.
He's won the Chappelle Haterade, Haters Ball Award. He is in the Hall of Fame. This man invented Haterade, I feel.
Man, he's cooking, and he's doing it using social media. It's a great way to go about business. Shit falling off my place here. But, yeah, no, great way for him to dig in. And we've seen this for weeks now with Drew McIntyre. Dude, I think this is excellent. He goes to Mindy's, of course. Mindy's famously as part of the brawl out.
Have they came out fucking smelling like roses. They were the Andy Dufresne of the brawl out. Tunneled through a mile of shit to come out smelling like roses. They have had no issues. They have done nothing but get good PR, and now they're a tourist attraction for wrestling fans.
They did, like, their comment section. If you go read their customer feedback section, back when everything went down, there was some funny ones of people, kind of, putting shade in their direction but in a way to get at our buddy CM Punk. So, but nonetheless, CM Punk is back tonight. WWE is in Chicago, folks. We are about just under 30 minutes away from the start of the show. So, as always, your wrestling pre-show here tonight. We're going to dive into just as much as we possibly can over the next 30 minutes, and then we got Raw live. But make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you hit all the buttons. And but Nick, yeah, CM Punk returns to Chicago for the first time since Survivor Series. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, absolutely. To where they had to do a smaller stage because we've got 15,000 people in attendance.
Right. Doing some big business from what I can tell.
Just a little bit.
So, yeah, no, we knew Chicago. We know Chicago and how they come out for Punk. This should be no different tonight. It's going to be insane. Like you said, they did put out word that there was going to be a new stage to make room for everybody, which is very interesting. And again, we talked about all the sellouts in 2024. I know people out there want to see the WWE falter, or, they want to be the Ronda Rouseys of the world and have nothing good to say. But right now, business is cooking, and whether people love it or hate it, they're selling out. They're booking big buildings, and I would argue that 2024 has been nothing but a success for
that woman. Is just talking to hear herself talk at this point. She's just saying things to say things.
The comment about, yeah, sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
The comment about mediocrity made me laugh because it was like, are you kidding me? You were as mediocre as it got. How dare you?
Yeah, that's what you were. And everybody, well, I saw something too if she got a concussion allegedly from when Steph slapped her, which I mean,
Well,
concussions aren't exactly a thing to joke about, but I mean, Amanda Nunes would like to have a conversation with you. Then I guess Holly Holm would like to have a conversation.
wait a minute, because I think it was Nunez that proved that Ronda doesn't like getting hit. So yeah, it's one of those things of I can't believe she hit me. Yeah, every time in her career she got hit, she got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, well, except for Steph, but that's apparently the only one that rung her bell here. Steph punches harder than Amanda Nunes, to quote Ronda Rousey.
Right.
Dave Meltzer will run with that tomorrow on the Wrestling Observer.
Sure.
But yeah, no, with WWE, I need some really big rings because I'm doing some really big things.
No, I mean, it's hard to deny, right? You can't really, again, the analytics are the analytics, the math is the math, the money is the money. And it just seems like every time you turn around, there's success stories coming out of the WWE. And I know people out there want to hinge on, oh, they didn't sign this free agent and they didn't sign that free agent. I think they're okay. I think they're doing all right. Like it's working.
Well, when Drew just goes to Mindy's Bakery with DM Hunk on the show thing and puts a promo about how he can't get muffins, I think we're okay.
Right.
And that like shuts down Twitter for like a solid 2 hours. So I think
there was another cake that shut down Twitter and the internet.
That was over the whole weekend. I saw somebody said that there's more angles to that than the JFK assassination, and I don't doubt it.
Oh, without a doubt. I've seen that video in so many angles. I mean, listen, fellas, like people went a little buck wild, like, that's our bomb. Like, all right.
It was Buddy Murphy on the Cheeky Knoll.
Right. So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, we put a short up as well showing the video. But, yeah, Rhea Ripley goes viral this weekend. Buddy Murphy chimes in, which made me chuckle. Shayna Baszler makes me laugh because she does what I think 90% of us would have done is fall down and just take one for the team.
I feel like if I had to go in the pecking order, I'm more jealous of like Buddy Murphy first, Nia Jax second, Shayna Baszler third. That whole situation.
Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, completely interesting. Now, tonight on Raw, we got lots going on as far as Ricochet, JD McDonagh. Andrade will now take on Vinci, Giovanni. Ivy Nile will take on Candice LeRae. Meh. Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed. Jey Uso against Shinsuke Nakamura. So a very busy night. At least they've got a handful of matches already set up. Maybe not the biggest of marquee nights, but a lot of good stuff going on here for the 3 hours.
Well, can I respectfully say, I like a lot of these matches, and I think that there's points to where you can obviously see they're intending, this is your break, this is your pause for the cause moment here. Because like Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura to me is a great match. I get we're going into WrestleMania, everything like that, and we'll probably get something else. On paper, it's a great match. Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn. On paper is a great match.
Absolutely.
You get Candice and Ivy. That's going to tie into the Maxine thing. That's going to continue the Candice heel turn. Nobody's kind of about it. So that's your pause for the cause moment.
Yeah, that might be it. That might definitely be it. And what's the other one?
Well, you've got Andrade and Giovanni, but could that be Andrade starting to lean into going towards Gunther? Could we get a Gunther Andrade?
Well, I'm still curious where Andrade falls in this whole Judgment Day. Maybe they like him, maybe they don't situation. Do they get involved to help him out to kind of, hey, bud, we're on the same team, we're friends.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. And then, of course, Ricochet, everyone's favorite Irishman.
Well, I was going to say, well, we'll cut the line here a little bit going into the chat here, but C-Money saying, looking forward to the Battle of Ireland, Ricochet versus JD McFunko Pop.
Should be a good one. This one could actually surprise us. We'll see. I know you kind of are a little higher on JD than I am. Ricochet back in the mix. Could be a fun match.
Well, I just remember Jordan Devlin before he got caught up. Like, I was never really wanting him to be in the Judgment Day anyways. I think it's because of the clear pun of, well, JD and Judgment Day, JD and JD. So, yeah. But him versus Ricochet, Jordan Devlin versus Ricochet is a fantastic match. JD McDonagh, Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think, I mean, a definitely interesting booking, solid show from start to finish, from what I can see. And then, of course, we're going to sprinkle in Seth and Drew and Punk. I imagine Punk's going to kick this show off. I have a feeling Drew's going to come out and talk to him. I imagine Seth might come out to talk to Drew. We could be in for a little minute.
Well, I think that. And do we want to get into what we think is going to happen with one Bill Phil in Philadelphia, or do we want to talk to the people first?
Let's say hello. You already kicked it off, but Juan's in the house. I see C Money that you mentioned. Yes, we know about Mindy's Bakery, which I thought was amazing. Gave me a reason to chuckle this morning. The Raw's going to be a banger, says Joe. Good to see you. Good to see Piper and Bully Ray. We'll talk about that, but nobody had that as a 2024 prediction of Piper picking a fight with Bully.
Yeah, so. What happened?
Dave, good to see you. CM Punk is going to be a good wrestler for MJF to feud with when MJF comes to WWE.
Don't do that. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope.
Punk will announce he is either the host of Mania or the special. Is there any chance he's like, I'm better than I thought I was? We're going to fight.
Nah, he's still Robo-Arm. He's half cyborg out there.
Right. Good to see you, Rocco, Damian, Richard Jr. letting us know about the injury. So one of the predictions are actually accurate, Richard. We appreciate that. Boston, good to see you. DM Hunk and CM Punk. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this works out. Could it be that Drew starts off the night? He comes out and starts shitting on the crowd.
I've said, could you imagine if you hear da-da-da-da-da-da, look in my eyes, and then Drew comes out? Just were you expecting somebody else?
Right? I think that works. I'm okay with it. I mean, Drew's becoming
showed up for muffins in the middle of the afternoon.
I want my muffins. Juan, thank you. The Tag Stream Champions, large and in charge, back in business. Jonelle, good to see you. Good to see you. Mega's with us. Eric, two Erics back to back. I like it. Cool Gamer, good to see you. James and KC strapped up and locked in tonight with the Four Lifers. Great place to be. Remember, folks, be a friend, tell a friend, get more people into this chat. We are growing by the minute. Diddy McMahon. Good to see you, Scott. I like the combination of those two.
Bad boys, what you want? What you gonna do?
Breaking news: CM Punk had breakfast today. Paul, good to see you. How you doing? Rocco, gotcha. Richard, see ya. Who else we got here? Brother Fluff Salisbury's in the house. Alex, sorry. Please keep me and my family in your prayers. My Aunt Dana is in hospice, which means she doesn't have much time to live, and I have a good bond with my Aunt Dana. So yeah, T's and P's for sure, Alex. Hope you're doing okay. Thoughts and prayers with your whole entire family. I can't imagine it. It's not an easy situation to go with. So if we can distract you a little bit, come join us and we'll keep your mind off things. But thoughts and prayers to your entire family and to Aunt Dana.
T's and P's, mea culpa, nomine Patre, Filii, Espiritu Sancti, but hopefully we can at least be that little lovely distraction in between that shit.
Right. Hello, family. What's up, AJ? How you doing? I got to click on this one because I got a bit of an issue with it.
Okay.
KY. And the
jelly? You a little jelly over this.
I'll show you some KY. And Nick, great to be with you tonight. I had eye surgery. Oh, now I feel bad. Now I'm recovering.
Way to go, Dick. Picking on the blind guy. Our pets' heads are falling off.
All right, Christopher, I forgive you, but good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Would you like to see some kind of confrontation between The Rock and CM Punk prior or even at Mania, even if brief? I think it'd be funny if they had some type of interaction. Doesn't really sway anything right now.
So I guess that goes into I can't hold it back anymore. That's what I think CM Punk's going to be, is the host of WrestleMania, because tie into Mindy's Bakery, we plant all these little muffin seeds that are going to, fully fucking bloom or whatever throughout WrestleMania, to where we can set up a Dwayne versus CM Punk, a Roman CM Punk. We can set up all these little feuds. We can keep the Seth CM Punk shit going. We can keep the Drew CM Punk shit going. we can lay it out there and kind of
layers.
We'll just kind of tease it, just keep it on the back burner.
Absolutely. I mean, again, anytime the superstars interact in some type of way, it becomes buzzworthy more times than not. So I'm all for it, man. Let's do it. I see Eric, we got you. Larry Mack, we got you. Who else? I think that's most. Mega, good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Some prayers out for our buddy. And that's it. Rumor has it that Cash Mello has been planned to debut on SmackDown since Royal Rumble. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've been slow playing it. I think post Mania is definitely possible for him, my friend.
Right. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. I think that they very much Trick. They probably have started to notice a lot more recently. Meanwhile, Carmelo, I think they've kind of known he was the guy for quite a bit.
Yeah, I think they're just playing out storylines using Carmelo to help, get Trick over, and then we will see that transition. We will see how that plays out for sure.
Right, Larry, what up? Mega's all upset about the Raw card. I think they're good matches. I don't get the issue as to why. What do you not like, sir, about these matches?
Well, in his defense, I don't know. He's just asking why. I don't know. I'll have to leave it to you. But yeah, I don't see an issue with booking these two matches at all. I feel like we've seen Sami and Bronson a few times in recent memory. I think they're just good mid-card matches to keep things going. I mean, again, not a whole lot of implication to them because there's other things happening.
Well, I think we could see other things happen in these matches, but I think they are good just on paper as a whole. And especially with a guy like Nakamura, people are worried, oh, he's going to fall off because he's not in this, he's not in that and everything. Well, you're putting him right in there with Jey, who's main event Jey Uso, who's, one of the top guys on Raw. He's halfway in the Roman feud now. He's involved with the feud with his brother. You got him in there with Nakamura, and I bet you it'll be a competitive match. It's not going to be a job match.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes with modern wrestling fans, they forget we had we had a dude go from Papa Shango to Kama to the in the nation to the Ho Train.
Train.
It is crazy how wrestling can take a character or a wrestler and repackage them or repurpose them. Sometimes I feel like it's just too well, they lost this match, their career's over. Might as well quit and go do pottery. What is happening?
Mega, are you hearing a different conversation than what's going on right now? I feel like he might be.
He's not feeling it, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, but to me, it's one of those of, do you want them to give away WrestleMania right before 2 weeks out? No, they're going to have stuff that's still going to be banger matches. If this wasn't, 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, if we weren't using this as looming into WrestleMania, what have you, we're having Sami versus Bronson on Monday Night Raw, we'd all be fucking tuned in and over and excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I would love for Mega to elaborate on what his particular issue is, but and anybody else out there, we don't expect everyone to be on the same page. Just curious, I have no issue with this card, and the fact that a lot of the WWE shows nowadays, we go in knowing maybe one or two of the things we're going to see. We're not seeing a whole lot of oh, here's 6 matches before we even get to the show. So, I like the way this is set up, and I'm excited for quite a few of these matches.
Right. Well, he's letting us know he had a bad day. So again, with everybody else, T's and P's. Right. Just maybe next time, aim it in a different direction or come here with some positivity.
It's just
we're here. We're the ones here to help you not think about your bad day, not the ones to unleash your bad day on.
That's it. That's it, folks. So come enjoy, take your mind off of all the craziness. That is life. Trust it. That's what we do. This is like therapy. We go through our own shit and we just come here and talk to y'all. Gable will be involved in the Sami match. Dun dun dun. What do you think?
Oh, has that ship sailed? I feel like if you were going to do it, you had to do it the week after. But I don't know. I'm just I wouldn't hit. I'm so torn on it because I don't want a 3-way because I feel it just feels convoluted and forced a bit at that point. But it's one of those, why would you show up the day after, the week after, instead of like, if you got fired from your job, aren't you going back for the wrong reason? Aren't you, or whatever? Like, you get screwed over at work. Aren't you showing up the next day to fix that shit, not a week later to fix that shit?
I mean, again, I don't think the duration is the issue. I just want this straight up. Sami, Gunther, and Gable has already planted the seeds that he is a guy that could go after Sami. And Sami and Gable will tear it down post Mania. I think it works. I think there's a possibility there. I would rather that than Gable get involved tonight and find a reason to turn this into a three-way. We already got a multi-man match for the U.S. title. We got other things going on. So, I mean, I'm a sucker for a good old one-on-one.
Right. Well, Rashad saying, what's up, KJ and Nick? The greatest streaming creators in all of content and time. We're going to the bib.
That's epic. Let's go.
All right.
Appreciate it, Rashad.
AJH3 out here saying, thank you, Charlotte.
What
did she do?
I'm not sure. But I'm a big fan.
What?
I said I'm not sure what she did, but I'm also a big fan.
Oh. Okay.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for catching that, Chris. The champ is at Monday Night Raw. They better be wearing knee pads. Let's go.
You better send us all them footages from Monday Night Raw, sir, if you're there. You better have your Wrestling for Life t-shirt, your Wrestling for Life sign. You better have the whole kit and caboodle there. You better be rah, shish kumbah.
Right, as we are about 7 minutes away from the launch of the show. I predict a lot of multi-man matches like LeRae versus Legado and Pride versus Final Testament. I don't know if Pride and Final Testament make it to Mania. I don't. Like, to me, it doesn't. That's
both those matches sound like pre-show matches to me.
Yeah. Now, LeRae and Legado, but I actually think now because of SmackDown, and I think somebody else brought it up, it looks like we might get Dom Ray too.
I'm fine with that. That would be. Is that on the card? Like, or is that? Well, no, I'm not saying if it actually is, but I'm saying, would you put it on your card right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think if they did it right and they explain why they were doing it, I'm okay with it. There's history there. Dom's not really doing anything. And if Dom was like, yeah, I just thought I'd help my buddy Santos. I heard you were back, Dad, and I'm here to fuck that up. So I'm okay with it.
Could you build it all the way to a retirement or anything? Like, is it just a one-off match, or do you build a full angle through it?
Well, it's really curious because I'm not quite sure where Ray is at. Now, Ray has talked about being in the final months, years of his career. Yeah. To this day, as long as Dom's the heel that he is, Dom retiring his dad and taking the mask would be apropos. It would be poetic. It would be everything you'd want for your heel. I mean, this feels like too quick. Like, he just does it in 2 weeks. But yeah, I think somewhere down the line, I'm down for that whole narrative.
I almost feel like you could do it in 2 weeks. You just get a long ass video package, and I think it was interesting because, well, I know there are going to be people out there with the fucking stopwatches and everything. We got X amount of minutes at WrestleMania of wrestling, but you had Dom show up with the Ray mask and everything on. So I think we're at the very least starting to tease in that direction.
Some people suggested a hair versus mask match. Dom's hair versus Ray's mask.
I don't want to see old babyface Rey Mysterio though anymore. Like, it was so weird watching him with like even the filthy animals and everything, because like this dude's like 30 and looks like he's like 12.
Yeah, but if he wins, Dominic gets rid of the Kentucky Wild.
That's not going to happen. They're not getting rid of the mullet.
No, we can't have a ball.
No, he's still getting heat. He's still getting heat.
Has some Latino heat. What's up, Alex? How you doing? 8 minutes. Now we're down to about 5 minutes. Tick tock. How about Gable faces the winner on Sunday, Sami versus Gunther on Saturday? Now we're doing that double duty thing again. We got 2 nights. I don't want to see a whole lot of people do double duty. Honestly, don't.
No, then respectfully, like we watch Wrestling Revolver, we watch House of Glory, we watch GCW and everything. And if they do a 2-night show, it's really just kind of we take everyone from one night and then just
Shimmy them
mix them
over.
into different matches on night 2. I like when maybe you have a few carryovers, but for the most part, they feel separate. They feel individual. They feel standalone. Like that's why people now split, because we know WrestleMania is a 2-night event. That night 1 might be better than night 2 and stuff like that. There's that clear split between the two.
Yeah, and I mean, I even protested against, Roman doing double duty. Now, I'm not against how they've set this up, so I can get over it. But the idea of like fight Rock one night and Cody the other, there's just so many little details to go into both those to make them both work. But yeah, that's the tough part about a 2-night show. I don't see them doubling up. Damien wants to know who's going to open the show. I think you and I agreed that it's either going to be Punk or it's going to be Drew.
Yeah, it's either going to be Punk or Drew posing as Punk.
That would be even better.
Would Roman be the first person, or would pretty much that whole group be the first person involved in the tag match, be the first people to main event 2 nights of WrestleMania back to back?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else doing it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Stoner Jesus? How you doing? How you doing? Family proud, family strong. Punk will be the highlight of the show. I wouldn't be surprised if he was. I really hope he's not the peak of the show, though. I hope the show carries on past Punk. That would be very nice. I don't think we want Punk to be
well, it depends on how much what Phil has to say.
Fair enough. Richard thinks that Dom helps Santos. I think Ray and LeRae will go to war with Legado. Yeah, that's what kind of has already been there, right? That's been the ongoing saga. LeRae versus Legado. Now Dom reintroduces himself to the circumstance. We'll find out.
But is it interesting that Andrade is paying a special attention to Dom and everything like that? I know he's trying to halfway, get in the good graces of Judgment Day, but he's specifically paying attention and having conversations with Dom.
Right.
So that's interesting.
Absolutely. Now, folks, we are about 2 minutes away from the start of the show. See lots of new faces in this chat. Get in the chat. Say hello. Let's see if we can get this chat up to 100 momentarily. Let's do it. Let's try and get it done before the show starts. But I want to see triple digits in the chat. So be a friend. Tell a friend. Take this link. Drop it somewhere. Let people know where to get their wrestling coverage as we are about to jump into Monday Night Raw. Remember, we're here all week long. We got all your wrestling needs.
Absolutely. And trust me, we're only going to get hot and heavier here, when it comes to WrestleMania here. Because we're going to be on here from 11:30 till God knows when.
That's facts. What's up, Jesse? How you doing? How you doing? Juan says Cody's going to open. Interesting. I think Drew's starting off Raw. I'm kind of with you on that one.
Oh, I like Roddy. Present while listening, while about to nap. Well, wake up!
Put on a little makeup. What? What's going on, Kyle? How you doing? How you doing? Samoan Spike the like. Let's go, folks.
And encourage your. I'm not gonna go. Nope. I'm going to say Cody starts off the show, says Damien.
Cody going to start off the show. Interesting.
Chocolate muffin Punk.
No, Mr. Nick, I am getting now. Or then. I am getting.
Which one is it? Are you then or are you now? Are you together or are you forever?
The stream is frozen. Maybe on your end. I think we're okay on my end. So. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are syncing up. I got then on my screen right now.
I have then.
Nick and I both have then. So welcome to Monday Night. Now you're like,
just let me have it forever.
Finally
come together.
How you doing, Todd? How you doing, Todd? Fred Box in the building. You know what to do with that like button. Listen to the people in the chat, folks. Be a friend. Click that thumb. Like Nick always says, it costs nothing to you, but means the world to us.
Right. As I see 80 some odd people watching with us, and I see 37 likes on there. So let's see if we can balance that algorithm out a little bit there. As we're in Rosemont, Illinois. So technically not Chicago, but
Close.
but they still always come in with the intro shot of Lincoln Financial Field.
Right. And there's CM Punk.
Roma Punk.
There you go. Good to know, Jason. Welcome back. Mark, good to see you. 12 days. Can you believe it, Nick? 12 days.
I haven't broken out my WrestleMania advent calendar yet.
And we're kicking it off with a package from Friday.
That's fuck. Why don't they sell that? Like, maybe I shouldn't say this out loud. Coming soon to our merch store next year for WrestleMania is WrestleMania advent calendar. So you can remember all the way to WrestleMania.
Sup, Safid? How you doing? How you doing? I wonder how many people we had in the chat when Punk last returned at Survivor Series. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but it was pretty good.
I'll tell you, it was probably triple digits. So let's get that number up there. As they're going hot and heavy here, though, with referencing the Shield and all that. So
I love all the people that are convinced Moxley's going to come back. Moxley's going to come back.
Oh,
Moxley's not coming back.
If anything.
What's up, Kevin? How you doing? How you doing? Don't know why I clicked on that. CM Punk should keep the brace after his injury. JJ Watt looking for that badass. Yeah, just do the cowboy and keep that on all the time.
Yeah.
What's up, Anthony? Welcome, sir. Hope you're doing well. Moxley isn't coming back. Facts. Thank you for agreeing.
But no, who could come back to help Cody Rhodes? Well, debut. Oh, I'm 100% smoking the MJF pack here. I will smoke all of the hopium with Damien out here on this. Of just please make it happen.
I told you, I just want to see it happen so I can watch you have a fucking.
And that'll be my best and last stream on the channel because I will be unalived.
Raw after Mania, surprise. We'll wait for that. If Mox comes back, I think Tony might need a mouth-to-mouth. Why? Mox doesn't... Keep him, Tony. I don't want him.
You didn't have that. Don't even want to be mad at. As also, hey, Cody's kicking off the show right here.
There you go. So whoever predicted Cody Rhodes kicking off Raw tonight, you were accurate.
Right.
Good, TJ. What's up, Cal? Dun, dun. So Cody Rhodes starting off the show.
It's like, bro, you had like a 25% chance.
Yeah, look how like minimal the stage is.
But it's also, let's not forget, this is 15,000 people. We have other 3-letter promotions that'll be out there with 3,000 people. And see here, doing fantastic. This is 15,000 people. This is the biggest company doing it that had to diminish their stage to fit enough people. They were beat down the doors.
It's got house show vibes. I like it, actually.
Wait, then maybe we'll see Rhea's cheeks. Don't say anything. No one acknowledge anything.
I can see Moxley back in WWE as John Moxley. Back at no, they make him come back as Dean. They make him come back.
Cal brings up, in case you didn't notice, when they did the Shield videos, they made sure Mox wasn't in them. So yeah,
fact. You know, Moxley. Listen, we talked about this a million times. Moxley's in his own little death match heaven right now, where he has a boss that lets him do whatever he wants. He's not coming back to listen to people.
No, well, 100%, and especially
right.
Yeah.
When you got guys like Drew McIntyre and shit and Cody going like, hey, Mox, can you sell something? Oh, this place sucks. I don't want to do it. Can I bleed? No. Ah!
You want to come back and be like 10th man on the totem pole?
Right. They adjusted the like Nick mentioned, they did adjust the stage to make more room for seats. So It's a minimal stage tonight. I think it's got a cool vibe to it.
It's that, like you said with a house show, it's that intimate feeling a bit here.
Right. Same setup as Survivor Series from November, same building. There you go.
Is it the same building? Well, I'm
debating
asking
this
Mike, because we
beforehand.
talked about this before we went live. I wasn't sure if Survivor Series was the United Center or with this being the Allstate Arena.
Rosemont, Illinois, Allstate Arena.
Okay, so
Yep.
I am proven wrong.
Look at and we got lots of signs.
Well, lots of probably handout.
Yeah.
We want Cody signs fresh off the office
Hey!
printer there.
What's going on, Jerry? How you doing? How you doing? One is 1-0. He gets a bonus point for getting Cody. I'll give you that, my guy.
You have that.
SRS reporting that Candice and Ivy are the only women's match tonight. Fair enough. I'm okay with that. Packed.
We can talk about that in a commercial break.
The awkward 2 weeks before WrestleMania.
Does Cody Rhodes not always look out here like he's either out there to ask for your vote in a campaign or to sell you a monorail?
Right? Isn't someone supposed to return tonight? Not my knowledge. As we get booze for Roman. New Day versus DIY is set for tonight. I have not seen that. I did not know that was part of the list.
No.
Talking about Pat.
Big pop for Pat.
And look, just playing to the crowd.
Oh, no, this is where he's going to turn on Pat because Pat just had Roman on his fucking show.
Remember you already gave him shit for for Rock being there.
Right. What about Michael Cole?
Some love for Michael.
This is where it's going to be Michael Cole's, you know what?
Oh, booing.
But I like, though, how the shift has focused back to Roman Reigns, not to Dwayne, not to the bloodline, to Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
As we get in Roman sucks chance.
There we go. Took a minute.
Kevin, what up? Marvin, what up? Wonder if we ever get back to Spanish announce table. They're still trying to reconstruct it.
I think
it'll take a long time.
Do they not bring it in for the pay-per-views, though, the PLEs? I'm pretty sure I think it is.
I think it's just the table that's just there for people to go through, respectfully.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Cody keeps his promises, except last year when he didn't win. But whatever.
Right. So you don't keep your promises, Homelander.
Until next Monday when it shifts back to Dwayne. Well, Dwayne and Roman will be there, so we'll see how that gets bantied around.
Right. He's out here talking about the fans that he's saying I was going to be his best man at his wedding and everything.
We know Anthony.
Right.
Sup, Jordan? If Cody beats Roman at WrestleMania, will they still call it the Undisputed WWE Championship or the WWE Championship? The Undisputed part is ridiculous as it is right now, but I think the name will stay the same.
Well, no.
Why would they change the name?
Well, Christ, you're making me honestly go to the whole Carlin bit of, well, if it's undisputed, what's all the fighting about?
Exactly.
But at the same time, I think it's got to be you have the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship. I think it's because Roman was 2 belts Roman, and then they didn't want to diminish it by you've got to like vacate one or whatever the fuck. So they've backed themselves, they've booked themselves into a corner slightly.
Absolutely.
Big Cody chance.
Oh, I missed that one. This one is the one I wanted. They're most likely, yeah, it's been long rumored if Cody wins, he wants to switch it. Maybe go the old Winged Eagle belt.
But you gotta win, kid. He's going all fucking Vince Vaughn's character from Anchorman out here with goddamn it, with every bit of my fiber, I hate you, but goddamn it, do I respect you, Roman Reigns.
How big a star is Cody? Mark, it's hard to argue, man. He's the company's biggest baby face, whether people believe it or not. His merch is moving like crazy. The fans love him. Everybody pops for the entrance. Yeah, there are moments where some fans, like myself, are like, all right, Cody, enough talking. But other than that,
full Dave LaGreca and say he's above Cena?
Oh, no. I feel like Cena was carrying the company on his back with very little to work with. And Cody's got a lot of, friends. A lot of help.
John Cena was Iron Man starting off the MCU. Cody Rhodes is Captain America enthralled in the MCU.
Okay. What's up, Dale? How you doing?
Is it bad, though, when we were talking about Cody being a star? All I could think of was just Stardust, baby. Will you ride with me?
See, this is the difference between, and again, he's talking to the people. He's talking to the camera, but he's getting the people in the building involved.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for him to halfway do the fucking, what's his name there from the election in like early 2000s, where it's like, we're going to vote him at that. And yeah, like I'm waiting for him to do that shit. Like, will you ride with me? You fucking nailed out here. If you want to go and take a ride,
I was literally, did you see my shoulders? I was singing in my head. Oh, he gives us the old gun blow and then the point.
We haven't had too many people point at the WrestleMania sign. It's been a weak year for people pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
Right. Emo blood.
If you smell what the is cooking.
And not even like, I'm just here. Just when we turned our attention to Roman, they're like, but there's more.
But wait, there's more.
A surprise.
Bro, this dude is straight coming in like fucking Black Adam. Well, and now here's the thing, though. This is, I see Nick B out here saying to everybody, I've seen people say this. Do we get a Dwayne Punk interaction? This is now where you set this up, Bill, because we're going to get Dwayne.
April Punk come out and be like, Dwayne, you're doing it again, Dwayne.
We're getting Dwayne next week. Well, we were going all the way back to the press conference to where, you know, CM Punk's up there saying, I want to punch my boss in the face. And you can see Dwayne up on the stage kind of like, I heard you, motherfucker.
It's funny. Rock has to stand still because the it's so small that he has to wait.
The lightning. But like I said, this man still just tries to show up like he's fucking Black Adam. This man is still in the DCU.
The Rock's old
James Gunn ain't writing his fucking promos now.
I love the entrance that they've gone with for The Rock now. I think it's perfect. I think it's on point. It's a little bit of old, a little bit of new. It's not quite the same, but we like it.
But who had Dwayne showing up tonight?
Yeah, Boston, you were incorrect. There you go.
Yeah.
It was sooner than he thought. I'm not gonna lie, Rock's music hit gave me goosebumps. You saw Nick pop.
Right.
Like, holy shit.
Well, I like this. I think this is going to be hella controversial, but I don't think Cody's winning. No, I agree with you.
We've been debating this for weeks.
Right.
I don't think it's that controversial.
Thank you, Rock, for shut up, Cody Rhodes. Is the final boss on Raw? Yes. And now I'm just waiting for da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Boy, howdy, if you want to pop some motherfucking ratings.
Right. Let's go. Let's go. So The Rock has come out to talk to Cody. Unexpected. Unannounced.
You were supposed to be here for a week, Dwayne. Did you fucking plane get fucking, diverted?
Right. Lady P kills me. The final vest is here.
Sucker and succotash. Well, hey, remember when he was having the Rock concert and he was getting cheered and Cody and Seth were getting booed?
Yeah, I guess we talked about it. The weird world that was Memphis.
They still seem
crowd is bored. Listen to the mixed cheering from the crowd.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no mic for The Rock. Oh, are they just gonna fight? Just fight. Fuck it.
No. Now we're censored. Oh, now we're censored in the holy shit. But that's the thing. This is what they're doing that modern wrestling fucking doesn't do. Whereas part of my language is let the moment sink in.
Mm-hmm. And listen, there's a lot to be said when you surprise a wrestling fan, and this was a surprise. So it's amazing.
When you surprise a smart wrestling fan too.
Mm-hmm. People flipping off The Rock. This is good. The buzz in the building, man. This is what I live for. That fucking buzz.
Goosebumps, as my green screen.
Goose pimple.
Yeah, right. Goose pimples.
Rock versus Cody at SummerSlam. A lot of people talking about the possibility of Backlash or SummerSlam. Very interesting. Now we're getting this is awesome.
Has this, though, diverted it away from Roman to where Roman's winning and we now just set up Cody Dwayne? There's more. I think that, sorry, real quick. I just think that there's more excitement for Cody Dwayne right now than there is for Roman Cody.
I still think people want to finish the story and you have to finish it with Roman, but it does set up something of like, where there's issues between Rock and Roman, or maybe The Rock just says, well, okay, you beat him. Now I want that title. I need to win that title back for the family. CM Punk.
I need it. I fucking need it.
Yeah, see, Bowman's, I happen to disagree with you on this one, my friend. I think it's perfect that they caught us by surprise. We know they're going to be there next week. Like, again, I think as wrestling fans, because of the internet age, I grew up in a time where everything was a fucking surprise. Like,
right. I can shoot you with the first round with CM Punk showing up. I'm going to tell you I got a second round in the chamber.
Right. And the pop you got from us, the pop you got from the people in the building, from some people in the chat, that pop is why you didn't announce it.
Right. Oh, as Cody
whispered.
Wayne just whispered to him.
Nice nick tattoo.
Rapunzel saying this WrestleMania is all about The Rock. You'll bet. Censormania, running wild. No way, he just whispered to Cody and then just walks off.
That's why you didn't advertise this.
Yeah. No. We don't got to do that. We got to have CM Punk come out here right now. Cut this man off.
What did he say? Damn. Hey, it's so funny to watch, like, generation, from generation to generation, seeing, like, the guys that we thought weren't that big that are now giants compared to, like, a lot of the modern day wrestlers.
Yeah.
Rocky smiling, the crowd booing, not liking him.
I'm still waiting, though. This is taking a long time, and they're focusing on Dwayne going up the ramp. I'm waiting for da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Give it to me.
Cody looks perplexed.
I'm going to go full Dave Bautista. Give me what I want. You can't do that.
Do what?
Just.
What are you mad about?
I don't know. I'm torn because I'm mad at a situation that wasn't supposed to happen, not being what I imagined it was going to be happening. There, I fantasy booked it as it happened, and I'm mad at nothing.
What did he say? Now everyone's curious. What did he say? Tonight, I'm going to make you bleed.
He just said, "You can have that." Daddy, well, what I'm.
He just leaned in. How's your mom doing tonight?
Right.
CM Punk.
No, I actually he just leaned in, and can I say this at this point in the stream? He probably just leaned in and said, "Fuck your story."
Yeah. I just wanted to steal the spotlight. You were doing pretty good. Gotta go.
Right.
So yes, and I saw some people like, "Oh, this Mania is all about The Rock." I don't know how to defend that. It's very much heavy Rock, but I'm not really mad about it. It's like being like, WrestleMania was all about Hogan. Yeah, once upon a time it was. Like, yes.
I feel like we're just a year late on this. Like, I feel like we all anticipated this being last year, but now we're getting to this year. Rock said, I took your snacks. He said, why use lots words when short words do say them?
Well, that's it, folks. Get in the chat right now. Let us know. What did The Rock say to Cody? Wrong answers preferred.
Facts. The wronger, the better.
He says, I'm turning on Roman.
Just so you know, I'm going to fuck him up.
I did it for The Rock.
I did it for the Dwayne. I did it for the Diesel. Do you like pie?
Yeah, came all the way out. Do you like
The Rock not saying a word. You just made the list.
I thought it was good. Yeah, like I know we're all getting like jazzed of like they're gonna fight, but I think that's again another heel-ish move.
I know, but that's the thing. I just went into the full fandom mode here. So yeah, Boston's got he's the fucking, I'm trying to think of a better term outside of Crypt Keeper here, but he's the record keeper here of, I guess, just the list that pisses me off.
No, I mean, again, I think you kind of want people to be like, fuck, I wanted more. And I do. I mean, it was just literally The Rock coming out and like stealing the spotlight and saying thank you and leaving again.
We literally argued this, though, at the start of the show with Mega saying about these matchups and everything like that of, well, this builds into 2 weeks out of WrestleMania and it gets you excited and everything. And now we have something that's boom, sledgehammer, Brahma Bull right to the face there saying, well, now you're going to be anticipated for 2 fucking weeks about what's going to happen. And we're like, give us more.
He just leaned in and said, Triple H said your promo sucked.
He said you live in a world of mediocrity.
Oh, next week, Rock and Roman will be on Raw, the final Raw before WrestleMania. Folks, we will remind everybody we're here for all the shows. We're here all week long. Make sure you tune in, click like, click subscribe. I see over 100 people here, so I expect to see over 100 thumbs clicked on the stream. Be a part of all the shows. We watch more live wrestling than anyone else out there, and we are heading towards our 3rd annual Mania Marathon.
Trust me, we just had to sit there and have like a 2-hour powwow last night and planning out the whole schedule and everything about well, we're going to cover this show, that. So yeah, 100%. No, it's not a gimmick. It's not false advertising. Nobody covers more pro wrestling than we do, and nobody covers it better than we do. Point blank, period.
Right, it's fact. So yeah, we got some really good drink Terramana, please. I just killed your dog.
He said, fuck you, goofy ass dog.
Mr. Golfer, the Croc just wasted 20 minutes. Ooh. I don't feel like it was a waste. It was a little bit of a tease, though. Might have left you all a little blue ball-y, but other than that, we're good to go.
Yeah, Brahma blue balls. Nick B said, Rock said, smash that like button. Absolutely. Defeating the final boss. So I missed that. That's the last thing that he said.
You never even got to Roman.
You just said defeating the final boss, and then fucking Thanos Johnson showed up out here.
Rock said, if I lose, I'm giving the XFL another go. I like this one from James. The Rock said, the Young Bucks were right. All right, folks. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
On Mondays.
Right. Tell CM Punk to go fuck himself.
Right.
I think CM Punk might open the top of the next hour, imagine.
He's got it. I thought he was going to open the show. I thought he was going to show up during that. Like,
right. I kind of wanted it. You kind of had me sold.
I didn't even realize it when they initially showed Pat. Pat's out here literally looking like he's halfway straight out of Texas and just went through the thrift shop, the garage sale at Dwayne's, estate sale here.
Right. The Rock said, buy my skin cream. Great for
the fact that I'm literally contemplating right now, can I find something that will deliver that fast? That looks close to that square for WrestleMania.
Sorry.
Holy shit, does he look tall next to her?
He is gigantic next to Jackie. What up, Jackie? How you doing?
That's an American next to a Canadian. What?
Oh, what did you say to Rock? Oh, ask Cody Rhodes.
Right. As an actual big pop as we cut to the Judgment Day backstage.
Was the pop for Rhea or was the pop for Judgment Day in general? I have no idea anymore.
Oh, it's got to be for Rhea at this point. Like, so this is a sensitive thing to bring up. How do you feel about the fact that Rhea is acknowledging and playing into the fact that she knows she has attention in that way? Versus in that environment, it's normally been forced upon them. I know that's probably not the best way to say that, but I'm
not quite sure what the full question is here. The fact that she's leaning into her sexuality and the fact that people, I mean, that's go for it. I mean, that's why the guys have abs and they're in fucking tighty whities. I mean, again, I think one of the definitions of women empowerment is owning that shit and controlling that shit and not having it dictated to you. So I think she's doing no different than anybody else there. And
I agree with you. Like I said, that's why it was just a unique question to try and bring up here. As we've got Ricochet coming up. 1/3 of the O'Shea brothers here. He's going to get that water tower.
And if anyone wondering, he did beat Dom Mysterio last week.
Ricochet's been embarrassing the Judgment Day like Rhea Ripley does all the boys, to quote Pat McAfee.
There you go. I think Dom still gets mega heat, so it's for Rhea. Now at this point, 100%. I'm with you, Marvin. It's the funniest thing because you see this pan picture as we come across the screen and everybody pops. So you're like, are they cheering for everybody? I honestly think that Dom should join Nia Jax at this point. I've been saying it.
Just in the Stink Face Society?
Well, she's so over as a baby face. Just turn on her.
the second, though, I think it's probably why is because the first second of that pan shot was Rhea, and that's when everybody 100%. Popped.
The Mean Gene camera angle. Love it.
Well, I like this from Larry. Rock said KJ and Nick were right. 10 to be.
All rise for the Judgment Day. As JD McDonagh come into the ring to take on Ricochet. Folks, if you are new here, we take a prediction on every single match, and we take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. So make sure you stick around for that. But let us know who you taking, Ricochet or JD McFungle Pop.
Yeah, and well, does this not feel a little bit like Judgment Day? B team, go, go, go.
They've always like kind of been like the lackey little pairing of the whole group. I saw somebody say,
They're little brothers.
I feel bad for Finn being lost in the group with this one. But I mean, he's one half the tag champs. I think he's doing all right. Yeah, I don't know if he's really lost in the group. How do you feel?
It's one of those everybody feels like if they weren't in this group or whatever, that they'd be booked to the fucking moon. And that's not the case. Like, respectfully, I feel like Finn would probably be in the IC title feud or anything like that. He's not really going. It's not like it's gonna be Cody, Finn, and Roman.
Mm-hmm. It has been once upon a time, but what about Damian?
You have that. That is what I'm mad at. I'm just over that shit.
Senor, Money in the Bank.
Senor Money in the Bank. Well, you keep holding out of, well, he doesn't have to cash it in quite so soon, but it's one of those, it's getting longer than in the tooth than a lot of people would like.
Just like The Rock showing up tonight, always expect the unexpected, my friend.
But is it not getting as Ricochet flying on the outside and up on the barricade? But it's doing one of those weird things of it's either becoming the worst circumstances for him to try and cash in or the best circumstances for him to try and cash in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I just think I'm not hung up on it like other people of like, he didn't cash it in within 3 months. He's got 12. I'm waiting to see what happens. I don't think this is a bad thing.
Yeah, but no, we're in like month 10. Like, we're not talking
fine.
like 3 months. We're like in month 10.
That's
here.
great.
We're in the red zone right now.
Perfect. Awesome. Even more.
But that's what I'm saying though. But
yeah.
That's what I'm asking you is in the environment of Drew, Seth, Cody, Roman, what have you, all of that, CM Punk, all in that world, Dwayne, all in that world title picture. Is this the best of times to where he can slide in out of nowhere, or is this the worst of times because you're just out there with Titans and Goliaths?
I don't think so. I don't think that's the case with Monday. I think he will try and cash in one way or the other against whoever is holding that Raw championship, whoever's the world heavyweight champion, whether it's Seth, whether it's Drew, whether it's
he doesn't try and the greatest heist ever on Dwayne or on Roman and Cody there.
Yeah, that's too much of a leap. I mean, that's so tied up and so booked into its corner that I mean, again, I've said this a million times. You win the contract, you have 12 months to use it. And instead of just blowing it out in the first couple months, they actually held on to it. But again, people are just like, well, it's stupid. They didn't just, get rid of it. Like,
no. I hear half of what you're saying, but I feel also at the same time, we're in like chapter 10 here out of a 12 chapter book. We're in the back 9 here. Right. But that's the thing. It is. But I feel that the pressure has been ramped up. So it's one of those of you would have to acknowledge that it's starting to he needs to cash in sooner rather than later. And I feel the environment's okay. He's gonna wait until the 12 o'clock hour. He's gonna cash in literally right before the bell rings on a Money.
Why can't he? Why can't he do it in chapter 12? You said he's only on chapter 10 of 12. I don't finish. I got chapter 10, put that away. He's got 12 months. So as long as he does it before the 12 months, I don't get why people are like, well, he's fucked. What is he going to do? We got 2 pay-per-views before he has to figure it out. And even Emo here, I think Damian Priest will cash in at WrestleMania 40 on Seth or Drew. I'm down for both. Surprise us all. Shock the world. Like The Miz did. Like others have, like Randy Orton has. Like, I mean, again, that's the point of the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but the Miz cashing in wasn't received well. Like Damian cashing in on one of those 2, I don't feel will be received as well. Like I think it's more of the landmint, the the stay of the land has passed Damian Priest by a little bit here.
He's holding on to something that's good for 12 months. Why has the lay of the land passed him by?
Because before you weren't dealing with Titans.
So what do you can't win the belt off of Drew or Seth or like what do you mean Titans?
So we're gonna throw away everything that we've done with Drew. Just
anybody expected
if Damian wins, you see him having a long feud? Do you having a long
I never said that. I said he could hold the belt for fucking 2 weeks for all I care. But that doesn't negate a successful cash-in or the fact that his time has passed. No, in month 13, his time has passed. The day after, once we get some Money in the Bank, it's passed. But right now, he's perfectly fine. And if he came out and kicked Seth Rollins in the face and pinned him, I don't see a problem. I think Damian cashes in on Drew and spoils his moment. Why don't you show the screen? We are not allowed. WWC Slayer. We are not allowed. We'd love to. We're not allowed. But we are back.
Tell you how to watch it, but outside of that, you can watch us talking about it as we're back in action here from our commercial break. Boston just trying to constantly call me on shit. Don't you always preach patience? Well, yeah. Well, I'm next to the guy that says be greedy. So, we've turned here.
No, I'm greedy as fuck. I want the cash in, but I'm willing to be patient for my greediness, my friend. And again, when they give you 12 months, that's the problem.
And that's not greedy. How the fuck can you be patient for being greedy?
I can be patiently greedy. I can patiently get everything I want out of it. And sometimes you gotta be patient.
That's just patience.
But I want it all. I want that cash in. As Ricochet going for the pin.
You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at, too, Gil. I want the whole belt. Presents and prizes and cash-in surprises.
Right. Triple H greedy, please. Alexa Bliss. Me too.
I just don't. Right now, going into WrestleMania 40, I will say this. There is more people that I feel that are asking for where's Jade Cargill and is Jade Cargill going to show up than there is Alexa Bliss.
I think I would argue that's probably close to accurate just because of the presentation of Jade right now. I would have said it out of mind for sure. And I guess
that is why
once she comes back, you're going to see the place pop and explode for her. But big Spanish Fly.
I'm not doubting that there will be a pop or anything like that for Alexa Bliss when she shows up. I just don't think that there's many people clamoring for that.
There's tons of people clamoring for it. That's the thing. You might not be, but there are tons online every day. The fucking Alexa Bliss fucking fan pages that people are dying for this girl to come back.
And how many people of them have a valid driver's license? Can fucking are over the age of 18?
A lot of them, because neither one of us can really attest to it. But there is a lot. There is a large fan base of Alexa Bliss dying for Alexa Bliss to come back.
Oh, I like that they did. Well, I like that they did the big over the head shot there as JD's just laying in chops here.
It's been a good match. Back and forth. Both men up on the top corner.
And there is something to be said that good match or not, the way that they fuck right off. Just super poison Rana from Ricochet into a code breaker. Oh, recoil. Sorry, it's code breaker. Foot on the rope.
Dom causing trouble as always.
But the presentation that they give it to you in instantly makes it 10 times better and more compelling.
What was that?
Oh, 630 knees up.
No way.
Oh, kick out.
Ooh, big kick out by Ricochet.
And they said, I'm one of those fans as we go to commercial break. Alexa Bliss fan base that want her back. I'm not saying people don't want her back.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
are.
saying I don't think it's that passionate.
No, you're saying that. Yeah, you're saying people don't give a shit, and they do.
No,
You don't give a shit.
no. You're misconstruing the argument. I'm saying that there's people like Jade Cargill that I think people are more wanting to see what's going on with her than there are people clamoring for Alexa Bliss. That's my big comparable of that. You're having more people that want to see Jade Cargill do something in WWE than there are wanting Alexa Bliss to come back. That's my
I guess, but I
mountain to
mean,
die on, I
again,
guess.
I don't know how. I mean, I think if you had said to people, yeah, I think a lot of people are very eager about Jade and they're selling us on it and telling her she's on her way. The other one's still sitting at home doing motherly duties. So, yeah, I think in this moment you might be accurate as far as, yeah, people really want Jade, but Alexa Bliss was a big deal, and her coming back will be a huge deal.
I'm not saying she wasn't. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah, you're saying that nobody's clamoring for her, and that's not accurate in my humble estimation. Alexa is a big part of the changing of the land for women's wrestling. It's not odd that she has fans and they want her back in the fold. There you go. It's in EQ's backyard tonight. Who is your favorite WWE faction, says Symphony? There's not many. It's like Bloodline or Judgment Day.
Well, no. Are you talking current? Are you talking past? Are you talking historical?
Right. Speaking of the Cat Miller, who thinks Ernest the Cat Miller? Where did that even come from?
Well, no, that came from you. Well, because you missed it there.
Oh, did I miss one?
Said it. It was right above an Anthony comment. So let me. It was Boston fucking saying something about Ernest Cat Miller, I feel. Oh, no. One, Ricochet the Cat Miller. Somebody call my mama.
Right. And is saying, I want Cena back. A lot of people rumbling about the potential of Cena getting involved.
Well, does he not just show up at WrestleMania 40 just to, advertise Ricky Sneaky?
Yeah, maybe. I'm ready for Friday because of Jade. I can't wait for Jade. Like, you guys got to keep in mind, I got Jade being.
Wait, hold on. What did you say? You were ready for Jade?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nick just thinks he won something. What happened?
Well, no, I'm saying that we're anticipating Jade. Did anyone say anything about Alexa Bliss that we're waiting for her on Friday?
Alexa. There's several comments about Alexa. If you would like me to read those as well.
That's fine. Down the road, eventually, at some point.
No, buddy. Yeah, no. Nobody's saying it's a weird comparable because it's a funny way to compare it all. But
so you're just they're excited for Alexa Bliss. No one's denying that.
Yeah, you said there was no. Well, I think that was the argument. Is you said nobody was clamoring for Alexa Bliss to return, and I think that's inaccurate. That's all.
I would say, anyways. I was going to say,
we're back to the action.
Right.
As yeah, I'll be back.
Someone might be back to the action. Paul, love you too, my guy. Yeah, you can call me Basquiat or Da Vinci or whatever. Yeah, no, I didn't mean to can click that. Jade, best in the world. There we go. Nick saying Jade a bigger draw than Alexa. I want both. You can have that. I just want to see Ripley give him one. Fair enough. Lucas saying, yes, CJ is here. Who's your what now? Cody Rhodes. Hi. I'm sure that's really you. Arsenio Hall should be the next WWE Hall of Fame inductee. What? Ryan, what up? As Ricochet just can plant in JD. And this man is just, it's so funny to me how, whether it be a ladder, whether it be the turnbuckles, that's the hardest thing that they've ever had to climb in their lives. As Dom causing the distraction. Yes, EQ with the pause for the cause. Lewis, I don't know what you're talking about, but you can have that. We argue like a married couple, yes, we do, but we still love each other at the end of the day, and that's what 100% what we do around here. And that's what we do with everybody. We don't block anybody. We're nothing but fully open to every discussion, every argument, 100%. That's what we love to do here. It's, shooting star press, and Jey just caught him. 1, 2, 3. Ricochet. He's going to get his name on that water tower. He wins. But yeah, when you spend this much time together, absolutely. It's 100%. I joke as I'm married. I joke I have a wife and I have a husband, and it's KJ. I want Mickie James to return. You and I both, Symphony. I've been saying that for a hot minute here since Nick Aldis became SmackDown general manager here. JD just literally catches this as we've got the telestrator with McAfee. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Good match. Nick's new nickname is Nick the World. Well, the Walled. Well, you spelled it wrong. So I don't know. Maybe you can have that. Oh, there was one that I was going to click on. Oh, yeah, Boston, though. That was a solid match. Absolutely. Hey, as CM Punk walking backstage with a Chicago Cubs World Championship. Well, he can't have the real World Championship that he never lost in a certain other 3-letter promotion here that he carried out in a red bag. But, you know, he 100% can be out here advertising the new MLB, WWE championship belts here for every franchise and everything. Christ, do I get a Buffalo Bills or do I get a Yankees one, or do I get both and just go bankrupt here? But so CM Punk backstage with a Chicago Cubs championship belt, as we're getting an advertisement for 2K24 right now. But I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. And trust me, we argue and talk about and debate about everybody's opinions on this. We are open to anybody's opinion out there. But we'll be back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night Dynamite with Shibata, Ospreay with Takeshita, Swerve. Thursday, the Thursday night TNA Impact when they're starting their Philadelphia shows. Friday night SmackDown. Saturday Collision. Sunday we might have something up our sleeves. We're on the road to WrestleMania. You never know what we got. And then we're back at it all the way again the week of WrestleMania. And again, folks, we've already got some of the stuff up already. So you want to make sure you hit that bell notification, because we're going to be here all goddamn WrestleMania weekend, pretty much from Thursday on. We got you covered with everything from GCW, Bloodsport, all the way through Impact, Friday Night SmackDown, House of Glory versus Wrestle Revolver, Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2. Nobody covers wrestling like we do, and nobody covers it live as much as we do. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Glad. That's even Wrestle Revolver show called Gritch. Yeah. Go Dodgers, go Lakers. No, expletive the Cubs. Let's go Yankees. 100%. Easy Bake, what up? Anas saying, I want John Cena back. Well, maybe he shows up at WrestleMania. That could happen. Oh, there's been talks that he at least makes an appearance here. I still feel like there was somebody that said something. But anyways. Go Indians. Anytime, I know they're now the Guardians, but anytime I hear anyone talking about the Indians, I respectfully, just because I'm a child of that era, just go back into like Major League of, Rick Vaughn, or especially when you hear Wild Thing with like Moxley when it comes out, you just think of that owner in the box there. I cut out some words there, but I hate that fucking song. Alexis, let me know the Yankees suck. Well, 27 plus championships. What?
Fuck the Yankees.
Sorry, I had too many championship rings in my ear. I couldn't hear you. What?
If I could, I'd be like Mark Wahlberg and I'd shoot Jeter. Just kidding. It's a movie reference.
No, I 100% got it. But that's the thing is, to me, I just always think of the little kid that's like with the two hat. That's just like tip of the cap. Like it's just such a perfect moment. Like that's a movie moment.
Right.
Yeah, you got the BJs as you call them. So
go BJs. How can you not cheer for a BJ?
I don't know. I'm gonna go see if I can find one.
Nick gonna go find out. Hey, wifey. My team doesn't have one. There you go. I got the New York Yankees Judge T-shirt. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're definitely chokers. But my team's done a couple choking things lately. Triple H is letting Ricochet flourish a little bit. He isn't in the title picture, but he hardly loses outside of the gauntlet. Ricochet hasn't been pinned since his last fall. Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, Triple H is building up that mid card really well. I mean, not everybody can be in the title picture. Not everybody can be in the title race, but everybody has to serve a purpose. Every match has to have some relevancy to it. And you can't just, sometimes in wrestling companies, you go from never winning, never being involved, never being in a title, then all of a sudden you are. And it's harder to get behind somebody that you haven't been cheering for. So I will give them credit, as right now I'm getting the preview for Bray Wyatt's documentary. The channel may or may not do something, but next Monday, we might have to talk about the Bray Wyatt documentary. Alexa Bliss is on TV. Don't tell Nick. Easy there. There you go. Hey, that's enough out of you, Alexis. I'm a Rays fan. Someone's a Rays fan? That might be the first time I ever heard that out loud. We got the Fireflies out. And then now we go to Jey Uso in the back. He earlier today coming into the building. WWE is joining with the MLB. Yeah, they're continuing to do their partnership. We saw it with the NFL and the NFL titles. Clearly, they're doing it with the MLB. I'm going to be very tempted if they do it with the NHL. But 15,800, almost 16,000 people. 11th consecutive televised sellout, according to the WWE. I know some people reported late last week that SmackDown broke that streak, but according to WWE, they have not been beaten. And here comes the Second City Savior, CM Punk. And it's nice to see him with a belt on his shoulder. Let's go. Yeet. Ooh, Houston, man. I hope Bray Wyatt, WWE Hall of Fame. I still kind of hope, but it feels like they're done. So I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I'm a Rats. We'll call them the Rats from now on. CM Punk in the building, absolutely. The reason I like Seth Rollins and CM Punk, they're both Cubs and Bears fans. Yeah, Punk's a huge Blackhawks fan. Bugs me. Oh, he didn't bring the belt with him. There you go. Punk is here. Emo not happy. But lots of reasons as we're heading into the top of the hour. So we open the show with Cody and The Rock. We start the second hour with CM Punk. I feel like we're going to get Drew McIntyre out here at some point. So not a dull moment yet. I mean, a decent match between Ricochet and JD coming out of Cody and The Rock. So lots happening. The first hour flying by tonight, folks. And if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. We appreciate it so much with 100 people hanging around with us. I want to see triple digits in that like. Help us out. Help us grow. We are continuing to chase down 5K, our next milestone of note. CM Punk is here. Yes, he is. And the crowd is on their feet. CM Punk is here to make the sensitive cry. Maybe. I hope so. Let's go, Reds. Ooh, Reds. Anybody like a good team out there? Oh, Punk back out of the ring. Oh, he wants to go give some love to Samantha. Right. Well, we remember all the controversy when they came out and they were like, they're not for sale. There you go. There you go. That's what I like to see. Let's go, Jays. Let's go, Nationals. Oof. CM Punk. And the crowd is just losing their mind, guys. 15, almost 16,000 large for a guy. Technically, I mean, the whole show's not based around him, but the idea that, I mean, he's such a draw, he gets you there. Zero Blitz. Mariners were my team growing up. Like, if I wasn't cheering for the Jays, I was a big Griffey fan. Jay Buhner, and Randy Johnson, a big old left-hander like myself. Did you see they went to Yes, yes. Drew went to Mindy's, which I thought was amazing. Drew McIntyre's been killing it. Drew McIntyre's really come into a comfort zone here. And it's clicking. It's working. Big fan of Drew McIntyre. You have no mobos. Standing room only right now in Chicago, folks. Nobody likes the Pirates. Let's be real. Is your team from Alaska? Everyone's asking about my elbow. He's not medically cleared. Shouts out wifey. We're not on Netflix yet. He's got to watch what he says. Are you going to host WrestleMania? That's the question we've been asking. Listen to the buzz in the crowd. Why don't you try and be a referee? Don't do it. Cyborg. Definitely looking cyborgish. As Punk. Definitely cooking. Punk the ref. We talked about the possibility. Said he is not medically cleared. He's talking to Pat. Uh-oh. Pat getting himself in a lot of heat. Would I ever get a Blue Jays championship belt? I would consider it. I would definitely would. I'd be more inclined to get a Maple Leafs belt, but I would definitely consider it, especially if they won or they were going deep, which I mean they could. Interesting. Okay. Him and Seth going way back. Cornette shout out. I like it. Can't wait for Corny to be all glowy on his podcast of like, ooh. I like it. Calling out Corny. Oh. A lot of people have been talking about this, Damien, of the potential. Oh. His arms are too short to box with God. A callback. Now we're back to Drew. We're back to Drew, folks. Now, would you guys want to see CM Punk as the referee? That becomes my question to everybody out there. Is Punk talking about Mount Everest? That would be funny. And here comes Drew. Seth is a walking clown emoji. Here we go. Here we go. Love the corniness. There you go. Jim's going to be thrilled. Wow. Punk saying, turn that stupid song off. Nobody wants to listen to it. Oh, he said, I'm not medically cleared. I'm not looking to have a wrestling match. Why don't you get down here? The savior of WrestleMania. I think that's great. Yeah, I'm with you, Vance. I don't want to see it even if he could, to be honest. Huge Punk chance. Drew asking Punk if he remembers what happened last time they were hanging out. Are you a Scottish psychopath in a kilt? Or are you an internet troll in a skirt? Yeah, I'm with you, Vance. I'd say keep him away from it. I like the idea of him hosting WrestleMania, maybe having some moments because of that, but him actually involved in the match. We are going to get Drew and Punk very soon. We are going to get Drew and Punk as soon as Punk can go. I never had to put another man's name on a t-shirt to sell it.
Speaking of another man, but yeah, I couldn't let this fucking go to waste here. I had to get from one hater to another.
Cancel CM Punk. Good luck. The dub is cooking.
I used to pray for times like this so I could rhyme like this. Ah, you're straight edge, but you spend all your time in rehab.
I'm with you, Joe.
This is best Drew McIntyre, like years above him beating Brock at WrestleMania in your house, because those are the only people watching it.
Yeah.
All of that.
No, all the little references you gotta like, and I mean, I know because we're doing this, we'll go back later and we'll see clips and go, oh shit. Like the references to corny, your arms are
I popped for that. I heard that.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit.
Would. Right? Like all these references.
Your arms are just too short to box with God is still my favorite line.
Man, this is crazy. Like I said, Nick, we opened this show, and I don't want to talk over all of what they're saying, but I love the fact that Punk's in the ring begging this man to fight him. And Drew's just circling the perimeter, playing with his emotions.
He's just laying down now. Punk's just laying down. As Drew just, as he kicks off
I'm too big for this table.
Right. He's sitting there doing the fucking CM Punk sit down. But boy, howdy, if this doesn't make you excited for WrestleMania and what's coming past WrestleMania, I don't know what the fuck you are looking at.
No, I mean, again, people can shit on whatever they want. We opened the show with Rock and Cody. That was great. I know some people are going to be like, what was the point of him walking out there and whispering? Because we were all trying to figure out what he said.
Right.
And then you open the next hour with this. Like, spoiled. When I say be greedy, this is it.
Thy cup runneth over is really what it comes to when it comes to pro wrestling as a whole, and the fact that fans want to sit there and divvy it up of, well, no, I don't have enough in my cup. No, you have more in your cup. It's no. there's enough to fucking go around.
Right?
What is up with the baby picture? Fucking
Yeah, I'm not
side?
sure.
He looks like he has an overgrown forehead or something.
And I got a question about Pat after this, but I want to wait.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
This is great. I can listen to these guys argue. Fuck the
You
rest.
want to be the guest commentator for the world title match? You're gonna raise my hand with a world heavyweight title with my fans in a state of burn it down, and even CM Punk just having everybody that's of a certain vintage's same face of just like motherfucker.
Did you see him sell it all the way? That not drop to the knees. I like it, dude. And again, I think kind of like The Rock elevating the other situation, Punk kind of elevates this a little.
Oh, 100%. He's been the missing spice to this whole situation. Now, granted, Seth Rollins, I don't know if he's out here in a mocap suit or he's fresh off a Shania Twain tour or something.
The walking clown emoji.
I hate that fucking phrase. Personally, like, Dwayne, that's the best you could come up with.
Well, I'm sure he wanted to call him something else, but people are getting mad at the Rock cursing.
He swore before, he'll swear again.
303 days as champion. Almost
so
a year.
Got like what, like 12 days? So he'll end at like 315.
Yeah.
Before Drew wins. So
as a little bit of brush by with Punk, and the show goes on, folks. If you are just tuning in, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We watch all the wrestling. And right now, we got Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins in Chicago. The fans are on their feet. Everybody's screaming, including me.
What would be, and somehow surprisingly still is, the Raw main event scene, even with Punk injured here.
That's again, when people are like, and listen, I mean, would Ospreay help this company? Yes. Would Okada? Maybe. Would Banks? Possibly. But they're fine. They're fine. They got a lot.
It's one of those, well, they can't push that person because they've got that person. Like Ospreay would not get the same push he's getting in WWE that he is in AEW. Okada, likewise. Big pop though for Seth shouting out Chicago.
People love Seth. Listen, that's wicked. Doing it in Punk's face.
In his hometown.
Both MFers are low-key from.
Now that I established whose show this is, whose show this has been, whose show this will be.
Drew just doesn't give a flying fuck.
As we go right back to CM Punk chants.
But this, again, I hate beating this horse, but it does feel like old wrestling. Like it feels like 90s wrestling where the fans are just screaming and yelling about everything.
And we've got signs and we've got all of this. Mm-hmm. It's all we're missing is some swear words, and we're back to the Attitude Era, I feel.
And we've had some of those. Respect to the dad.
Well, on the other three letters.
Right? Dude's wearing designer version of Chanko jeans.
I feel like he's just wearing like the worst, like he's wearing fucking John Travolta's mocap suit or something. What? Oh, I thought he just was going to the what chant side.
I think he said but.
I was like, what? Survey says, how many people are here to see Monday Night Raw? And how many people are here to see the Wrestling for Life Network? Is that like you're not going to be the special guest enforcer? You're not going to be the special guest referee. You're not going to be the host. You're going to be on commentary.
Don't make him the ref. Don't make him the ref.
I almost thought they would do that because it's the feature in the new game. Meanwhile, Phil's just laughing, but it's like, whereas they're chanting referee. They're chanting referee. So it looks like we might get one Phillip Brooks as your special guest referee.
Don't do it. Tony, we'll get back to your comment, but it's silly. It's silly. We're highly entertained.
Dude, yes, he's showing he can do it. He's showing he can do it now.
Brutal.
He fucked this all up, and Phillip Brooks leaves WrestleMania 40 as your new undisputed world heavyweight champion. He's got to count a pinfall. Doesn't mean he can't be the one making the pinfall.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's a reach. I think what happens.
It's a reach. It's a thought. It's a theory. That's why I posed the question.
I think what happens is Punk has to reluctantly count for Drew. Drew going to be pissed. If this happens, it's going to be one of those like 1, fuck's sake, 2, damn it, 3, and Drew's like, I did it. Thank you, Punk.
Right. You haven't crossed my mind since the last time we were in this ring together.
He's trying to steal Punk's crowd. I think he's hanging with Punk's crowd, though. They love him and Punk.
It becomes that question is Punk over just because it's Chicago? Is Seth over because it's Seth?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think Punk's over pretty much everywhere he goes. Chicago helps. And the fact that Rollins hanging with him is good for Seth.
Oh, that's a huge statement. Especially in Chicago.
All we need is MJF on stage saying, you're all mid compared to me. Wait for it, Easy Bake. Wait for it.
My heart beats still. I'll be out there just, no, I've had the time of my life.
Right.
Keyshawn just trying to get people aggravated.
Or a Jeff Jarrett segment, right?
Right. Well, Daniel's answering because it's Chicago. So they're both over because Chicago.
It's not like if we went down like all the other times we've seen Punk not in Chicago, he hasn't been loved by the fans. So I haven't seen any example of Punk only being loved in Chicago. So did he just say he's doing commentary?
He said he's doing commentary. The stupid sword you came out to the ring with. And even you, Seth.
Your wife.
Wife. What?
Your wife.
I'm going to do something this company couldn't do is make you both interesting. Holy shit. Scorched earth and just drops the mic and walks off.
It gives the double deuces, which we all know what that really means.
Right.
Oh, Drew says,
fuck that. I have the last word. I have the last word. Seth's going to lay him out here.
People loving it.
People loving it with me. And I like this though of Drew's just berating him as he's walking up the ramp. You're obsessed with me. Yeah, super kick.
Super kick. They might be big heels. The cushion on that kick.
Yeah.
His wife. Drew McIntyre gets laid out.
Man. I told you the second Drew walked in that ring, I was like, Seth's going to lay him out.
Yeah, okay, so back to our buddy's point here real quick, because I do think we have to address it. I think it's only fair. Dropping the PG, brother. Yeah, and where was it? About remember when wrestling had Raw had wrestling? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know. I don't know what you clicked on. I got Nakamura out here cutting a promo.
Right. Where's Tony? Where's Tony? Anyway, so Tony complaining essentially that there has not been enough wrestling, and truthfully, we've had one really solid match so far tonight.
Mm-hmm.
However, man, has it been a good show.
Seriously, like, I didn't know we had fucking stopwatches out here and everything of just, you can have a good show and not have to have 60-minute bangers every fucking segment of every fucking show. All of that. Like, we're building. It's so funny to me to hear people say shit like that, because those are the same people that are saying there's no build to this WrestleMania.
Yeah, you can't have both.
What do you want them to do? Do you want them to build, or do you want to have fucking Meltzer 7-star, tepid classics here?
Well, that's the thing, man, is you look at the segments we've had tonight, long segments, building the story for Mania, big stars involved, and the interest and how many people are going to post this and quote it and tag it, compared to, we'll throw 2 indie guys in the ring and let them go for 15 minutes in a back and forth 50-50 roll-up win and draw no interest. And that's the difference.
It's, you have to walk that fine line, and we're building towards one of the biggest shows arguably in the company's history. So I'd give them a little room of having probably your 2 most entertaining segments of the month on the same show.
Look in my eyes. What do you see? A Scottish man harassing me. Drew gonna beat his ass. Yeah, Drew's gonna get his comeback. We got time for Drew to, he's not gonna take that laying down.
Oh, Drew wins at Mania.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
I'll say that solid now.
There you go. Okay. I'm loving the build for WrestleMania 40. I got no complaints at all. Punk basically cooked Seth and Drew tonight. I think Punk cooked well. I think Seth hung in there perfectly, had the crowd eating out of his hands. And I think my favorite person involved in all of it was Drew. So, yeah, I think they all cooked. They all did a little, fucking flambe.
Now imagine if he didn't have to get fired from the other company, and what could be happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you're struggling to draw viewers and ratings and interest, man, wouldn't Punk be nice?
Yeah, when 3,000 seats is you're stacking out the venue versus this one's 15,000. I wonder where the needle really landed there.
Nick B loved the entire segment. I'm with you, Nick. We also still have Andrade versus Vinci, which means, again, the back half of this show is we got a lot of matches to get to. We got 5 matches to have.
Sami versus Bronson, Jey versus Nakamura, as we just were getting Nakamura there up on the screen here. We've got Andrade versus Vinci. We've got, a solid, half of a show here that's going to just be banger matches. But wait, we can't have that because, it has the other 3 letters instead of the other 3 letters, because they can have good matches. Only we can have good matches. Fuck this fucking tribalism bullshit. Fuck.
Just enjoy it. How could you be...
What is there to be so fucking mad about in pro wrestling right now?
But again, if you're a fan of pro wrestling and you're getting good shit and compelling stories and things to be interested in, but you're like, this is shit, this all sucks, they're not in some warehouse, in some town that no one's heard of. I don't understand that. I always question, what are you watching for? The one match we got was solid. We got more matches to come, but we're building for a pay-per-view. The biggest one of the year, just to remind everybody, man, that promo was golden by all 3 men, and the opening of the show was solid. I got no complaints here.
Well, Tony's saying that was a good promo, and even saying, let's all give thanks to Jungle Boy for being the scapegoat. But again, though, because we do with the other company at times say, like, on either show, actually, of even on whether it be Wrestling Revolve or TNA or whatever. Call a spade, but 100%, it's a wealth of riches with pro wrestling. Of if you just ignore the 3 letters that are in front of the fucking promotion and just enjoy it, it's a whole different experience, I feel.
Yeah, we are back from commercial break, Nick. And Ivy and the Poison Pixie are already in action.
Right. So if you want to pause for the cause, now would be the time.
But yeah, somebody just said there's no women's matches. There's one women's match that we know of. And again, I think if you're trying to criticize WWE, well, they only had one women's match. You can't. Again, it's when you watch it through a microscope. There is no company in wrestling right now that is highlighting and utilizing their women's roster more than the WWE. It's not even close. Not TNA, not AEW. None of them are utilizing their women's division the way WWE is. And if people don't see that, well, then we got a problem.
Well, I just hate when people talk in absolutes, and Tony's good for that. But also one of these, like you said, if you don't actually look at what happened or whatever, or people that aren't like us that hear watching it live all the time and everything, that just see this match happen and that was the only match that happened. So they go based off of that versus sometimes you need quality versus quantity. I'm not saying this is quality or quantity, but you would you rather have one match that meant something or 7 matches that all meant fuck all? Like which one helps and which one hurts?
Right now, Candice down semi-injured. This is gonna suck.
Yep, and it's already over.
They didn't even get their foot up properly. That whole situation was shit.
I told you this match was your pause for the cause. So Candice going full heel. She gets the foot ups on the rope as Indy's doing just her tall Thea Hale impression here of just, I don't agree with this. Maxine just playing the perfect role of cheerleader, doing nothing.
And that was enough of that. As we go to the back, DIY in the New Day.
By the way, we have Paul Heyman talking to who? Is he talking to Drew? Yes, he's talking to Drew right now backstage. Between all of these two, respectfully, with New Day and DIY, bland upon bland, I could give a shit. I'm paying attention to Paul Heyman and Drew McIntyre having a conversation back here. Hey, our truth
and awesome truth.
Showing up with a Chicago White Sox. Let's go. The man who lives in blissful ignorance. And I love every second of it. I wish I could just spend 10 minutes in the mind space of R-Truth because I feel like I'd be the happiest I've ever been.
Right? Britt Baker.
God bless you.
Britt Baker to WWE. I'd be really curious to see what the WWE could do with Britt because I think Britt's a star. I think she just hit her ceiling and capped out with AEW.
I always wonder, though, when it's somebody that goes like that, because when they have been able to just voice their opinion on anything and just constantly be vocal about whatever, when they can't do that or when they'll just be like, all right, well, maybe you kind of shut the up for a little bit, how they would handle that. Like, that's the thing is Britt's never been in a television company outside of AEW. She goes to WWE and they maybe say, yeah, maybe you don't just talk shit on Twitter. How about we don't do that?
Right. As I'm getting a commercial for NXT tomorrow, we will be live for that one. Lots going on with NXT right now. Yeah, Drew definitely talking to Paul.
Could that be the little ace in the hole here for the tag match?
It's just all these little threads, right? It's all these loose ends of, you know, is Seth going to screw Cody? Is Paul going to work with Drew? Is Jimmy and Jay going to work out some weird thing? Is there other Samoans? Is The Rock and Roman going to, like, there again, someone has to appreciate the layers and the possibilities that they've created in their presentation.
If there is anyone that appreciates the layers, it's us with the constant Shrek references that fully appreciate the layers. Wrestling is like ogres. It has layers.
Right, right. It definitely got layers to this, man. It's going well too. Dun, dun,
Right.
dun. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Yeah, that match sucked, by the way, if anybody's wondering, for those who think we don't
Do you want to
criticize.
call it a match? I call it a blink and
Yeah.
you miss it.
Well, I have a feeling they had like 6 minutes scheduled, and then they were like, Punk, and everyone went long. You have
It'll be
about
all.
2.5.
It'll be Dwayne's fault. Dwayne went too long. He just sat there and
Right.
waited too long to whisper to Cody.
So they're trying to build Candice LeRae up as a heel. They're trying to build up Ivy as the reluctant, I'm still a good person, and I don't think anybody cares.
They were trying to capitalize on whatever momentum they kind of had from the Maxine thing,
Mhm.
and it's already lost all of its
Nobody
steam.
cares. You're not wrong.
Give me that toot toot. Give me that beep beep.
Baker's botchy and needs work. Plus, that's why I'm thinking if the WWE got a hold of her, gave her some more training, gave her some work, how much of a star could she evolve into? Like, she wouldn't to AEW just ad-libbing of like, I'm a dentist who's now a wrestler. But if she went and actually trained and was in an environment that would force her to be better, could she be a superstar?
Yeah, but I'm saying, would you have Britt Baker in NXT, and A, would people lose their shit, and B, would she do it? We've talked about this before.
Mhm.
Thunder Rosa, Serena D would probably be the only two off just the top of my dome that I would go straight from AEW's quote unquote main roster to WWE's main roster. I think everybody else would probably need some polishing, some work, some
Mhm.
even if they're not in NXT, they're at least off screen for a while.
Yeah, I mean, again, does WWE care if fans out there think it's beneath her? No, they don't. They're going to do what they think's best. So if she
I'm
goes,
not saying her. I'm
no, I know.
not saying the fans. I'm saying her.
Now, again, if she wants the opportunity, she consider it. Because what do you do with her in AEW now? Does she just return and start fighting Sasha? Does it work? Does it make sense?
Well, that implies two things that you are clearly lacking and missing, and almost have never been existent in AEW of reasoning and logic. But I've been saying that we're setting up for DMD versus CEO.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like it. Definitely feels like it. But I think it's going to expose both women. I'll be shocked. They better get in a ring somewhere and work some shit out, because the DMD isn't. She was the best of the group. Doesn't mean she was good.
Well, you even got where Peraza's out there saying, "Remember when I, main evented Dynamite? Me too, me too." And then Britt Baker's quote tweeting it saying, "Same."
Same what?
Well, no, saying of same energy. Like, yeah, never mind.
I don't know how many tickets were sold. They're in Quebec this week, so I'm not sure. I mean, I know it's not like a big venue over there. So yeah, they're in Quebec. Be interesting. We'll find out.
I'll trade you these three beaver pellets for a ticket to AW Dynamite.
Right.
Says no Canada, like French Canada. Oh, where was
I think we all seen it, Jason. Definitely Paul Heyman in the back of Raw causing trouble.
Right. Well, Christian saying we should have worn Cubs and White Sox jerseys to go with Raw in Chicago tonight. Well,
Man.
I don't have that in my wardrobe as the ready to go made. That'll be the next thing come post WrestleMania season. We get the city lines and everything.
Right. As we will take a prediction on the New Day and DIY. Who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got?
Shit, this is a match that's happening.
Right. Regeneration X, DIY. I like Regeneration X. CEO. What is she the CEO of? Anybody? Oh, wait.
Botches. Poor promos. The woman's evolution instead of revolution. I don't know.
Oh. 2 count by Kofi.
Well, so how do you feel that there might be still the potential of a surprise team thrown into this? I've seen, I don't know if it's actual case. I thought both teams qualified for the last 2 spots.
They did.
But well, no, I'm saying with on SmackDown,
Yeah,
to where it's getting down to allegedly Profits versus Theory and Waller, when I thought both teams had qualified. So
no, they're fighting each other for a spot.
So then that leaves an open slot for mystery team.
I'm okay with a mystery team. I like good surprises. I don't
Now,
think it's going to be the Hardys, folks. I hate to break that bubble.
Oh, who do you think it is then?
I don't know. As we're going to commercial. By the way, R-Truth and Miz on commentary. You think Motor City Machine Guns, but that's not going to get a pop.
You don't think in Philadelphia, the Motor City Machine Guns showing up for the first time ever in WWE with Jordan Grace, who showed up at a Royal Rumble, you don't think that that's going to get a pop at all?
It'll get a mild woo. I don't think it's going to I don't think MCMG is going to get a huge pop. But it would be cool. I'd be for it.
I think they'll get a much bigger pop than what you think they'll get. I'll say
I don't think as many people, based on, again, everything that we cover, I don't think that many people know who they are. So
you don't think they even get the equivalent pop to say fucking Jordan Grace showing up in the Rumble?
Maybe.
DIY
for the win. DIY for the win. Yes, we did. I saw that. I don't know if you saw that, the big bite mark.
Oh, yeah. He bit me. Charlie bit me. Went full Mike Tyson.
Now, if they win, it would be cool too. I'd be pumped if they came in and won. So, but yeah, I don't think the WWE universe is going to be like, oh my God, it's them.
Well, no. Well, Bloodline out here just spoiling it. We didn't want to say anything.
We didn't want to ruin it. We don't want to ruin it.
We said no spoilers. We're a no spoilers channel out here, so we didn't want to say anything. But we cannot be confirmed nor denied that we might have signed with WWE.
Right.
He's gonna hit everybody with the Canadian stunner and all that.
That's it. I can't type tonight, clearly.
Yeah. Seeing how I almost thought that said tripe.
Yeah, I mean, for Mania, I almost wonder if they would try to bring back like a Dudley's. The Hardys to me are out of the question. That'd be insanely surprising. I'm trying to think of someone else from the past.
I'm trying to think of a team that they can bring back that they're going to use more than one night.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't necessarily think that might be the case. Again, I think if you're going to have the problem right away, the music hits and everyone's going to be like, okay. But
I think you get paid because it's Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is going to recognize that shit. Well, then again,
the MCMG.
I have to remind myself that it's not the Philadelphia audience, that it's the general audience.
Yeah. Like, I mean, again, no offense. I love MCMG. I just don't know if they have, enough name power to really, pockets of people will be like, oh my God, we would pop.
It's a tag team match in the middle of the fucking show. Like, I mean, you do the Hardy Boys, they're there for a night. Maybe they can stay sober, but throughout the match, maybe they finish it off. You do the Dudley Boys. I don't know. Does Piper Niven show up and just fucking cost Bubba Ray the
right?
Match?
And I don't even know if Devon can go. I think he had some health issues. I don't know. I mean, again, maybe they bring back fucking RVD and Sabu to team up. I have
no my God. Total elimination. Then they get well, actually neither of that team still kicking, so. But we're back in action. DIY teaming up on right now Xavier here.
Oh. It just depends. To be honest, AJ Styles got a huge pop when he debuted because everyone who watched outside of WWE stuff loved him. But I don't know if MCMG will have the same respect, love. Again, I think there's going to be large pockets that cheer, and it's going to, people aren't going to be mad. Oh, wait, we got a brawl. We got a brawl.
We got a brawl out to fall out here. We got everybody. We've got all of Judgment Day out here. So, did we get an actual definitive winner, or is it a no contest?
I feel like it's a no contesta.
Granted, I will give you AJ Styles was known across the board more than probably anybody else on that independent scene. So
yeah, and I think AJ Styles was rumored very heavily, so that's where some of a little more.
AJ Styles was your Will Ospreay, or your Good Brothers, Motor City Machine Guns.
He was like the best guy outside of the WWE that had never agreed to come. So pause. But right. Where I'm going.
Now we got the Awesome Truth out here. Well, we've got Miz throwing hands. Oh, R-Truth is still sitting at commentary. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
And Damien,
make it stop.
Damien is just destroying everybody. Just for the record. Murdering.
Notice how he hasn't had that briefcase. Where the fuck this whole segment?
I like this one. Can Ricochet and Strowman. Now Strowman apparently has been close. And I'd be okay with Nicholas. Commercial break.
Oh, they're all ganging up on R-Truth. Oh no.
Did yours go to static?
You're my boy, Blue. As R-Truth is still working him over.
Oh shit. I lost.
That's like takedown. Just throwing hands.
I'll be right back. I think R-Truth broke my shit.
That's fine. He said, "What's up?" As Finn going up top, but yeah, so they're now just laying waste to R-Truth, which again I feel goes with everything that we've said for the longest time of the Awesome Truth are leaving WrestleMania with the tag belts because you need, that huge big babyface pop. Whatever other teams they had, anything. This literally could have just been a singles match between the Judgment Day and the Awesome Truth, but it does add the extra benefit because it's a multi-team ladder match. As I've got Jackie Redmond backstage right now with Cody Rhodes. Adrenaline in my soul. Something. What's going on with Cody Rhodes? So she's asking what Rock whispered to him. He said some things I'd rather not repeat. He literally whispered like a sentence. This man's acting out here acting like he whispered a whole fucking paragraph to him. Good match until the interference happened. As up next, we're getting Andrade versus Giovanni Vinci. The good paisan, yeah. As we're now getting an ad for The Rock and Cody here. And again, I feel like a few of you have said it, of the second that they really made this, WrestleMania back towards Roman and Cody, they instantly shifted it back towards Rock and Cody. So I really get the feeling Roman's retaining here. Andrade for the win. Andrade for the win. Andrade for the win. I want to interview Jackie Redmond. Well, you can do that. You have that. Adrenaline in his soul. Cody played hockey, scored a goal. I almost can't even come back with the rest of the fucking verse there, but I will remind everybody. We do take a prediction for anything and everything, so let us know who you're taking to this match between Andrade, El Idolo, and Giovanni Vinci. But we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We're here rolling through the week before the week for WrestleMania here. And trust me, when it gets to WrestleMania week, There is nobody. We're doubling down on nobody does it like we do of here. We'll be here on Thursday, the 4th for Bloodsport. We'll be here for Impact. Right after that, we'll be here on the 5th for House of Glory versus Wrestling Revolver, plus Supercard of Honor, plus Friday Night SmackDown. Then we'll be here Saturday from 11:30, starting in the morning here for Stand and Deliver. Plus, we'll be having a little pre-show in between that and WrestleMania at 1. We might be giving away some t-shirts. You never know. That's why I need to be a friend. Tell a friend, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And then back at it like a jackrabbit on Sunday for night 2 of WrestleMania. So again, nobody covers pro wrestling like we do. You're doing your friends a disservice if you're not out there giving the good gospel of wrestling. So 100% be a friend, tell a friend. You look tired, Nick. Bro, you ain't even on half of it. Like I just said, nah, we just still going right now. That's just the vitamins, trust me. When it comes to like Sunday and we're on to like hour 27 out of hour 28 of WrestleMania, then we can talk about it. But yeah, no, right now I'm jazzed. We're on the road to WrestleMania so far. We've already had The Rock and Cody interacted. We've still got that being the whole story going throughout Monday Night Raw of what did Dwayne say to Cody? And then we had the whole, literally, if CM Punk wasn't injured, I feel like that would have been still a segment setting up probably a triple threat for the World Heavyweight title on WrestleMania between Drew, Seth, and CM Punk here. So, absolutely, this has been a stacked, action-packed night, and nobody does it like we do. Ivar should be wrestling Andrade tonight. How dare he get injured and ruin my television pleasures? Well, it is, the Viking experience. So, I mean, take it up with them. Oh, when Nick is tired, his beard has a split. Oh, fuck. Have we really been on that much and that often that literally there's been times to where, sometimes the beard don't be bearded in the way you want it to and everything, and it just takes on a life of its own. But Larry, what up, my guy? Who thinks Jey versus Nakamura is the main event? Could be. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, could that really tie into respect to Nakamura? Respect. But we had Jey get involved with The Rock and Roman kind of storyline there on SmackDown to where they showed up and they were backing up. Well, Dwayne wasn't even there, but the Roman feud to where you had the Bloodline versus the Rhodes Vengers here. You've got Jimmy versus Jey setting up for WrestleMania. There's been some people that have seen you need to add that extra, spice of life to it here. So could this be to where Jey just gets laid out? And that's how we end Monday Night Raw. To where whether it be Roman shows up, whether it be just Jimmy and Jey, but I could see Jey leaving tonight flat on his back. Andrade for the win. WWE Next Gen coming April 1st. Yes. As KJ points out, we just got a commercial for that. I saw that was, I believe that's a Roku TV exclusive. But it's going through pretty much their, why am I blanking on the shit that they do for the NFL and everything? But it's going through their, training day, their whole training camp there. For everybody trying out, I believe around last year's time for around WrestleMania in LA here. Acknowledge him as I've got Gunther on my screen. And respectfully, who is this woman and why does she look like a creator wrestler from 2K24 that you might see on your My Rise? Like you might have to face her, like if you're playing as a woman's wrestler in your first couple of matches. Hard Knocks. That's what I was thinking of. I'm a bad nerd, but as we've got Andrade El Idolo already out here in the ring. I'm just waiting for if they ever do Black Mask in the Batman James Gunn DC universe. Please maybe have at least Andrade play Black Mask like when he's in the mask type thing. But let me know, folks, who you're taking right now, whether you're taking Andrade or taking Giovanni Vinci, who you got here, and does this set up Andrade going after Gunther for the IC belt? Does it set him up going up against the IC champ, whoever it may be, whether it be Gunther or Sami Zayn? And what does this say with Andrade halfway trying to get into the Judgment Day? John, let me know it's Kathy Kelly. Fair enough. As we get the Tranquilo spot. Now, is this going to be more tying into Giovanni kind of unfortunately being the jobber-esque slot out of Imperium here? He's always been kind of the redheaded stepchild out of the three of them here. ELO versus Da Vinci. Yes, 100%. Andrade would be Black Mask to Cody Superman. Yeah, well, you're crossing over platforms a little bit, but yeah. Well, at least Cody is out there mentioning he'll be Homelander, so look at that reference. Andrade going up for the moon, so nobody home. Oh, and then instantly just flips right back into another one. But by the way, they do have the Slammies going on. So again, at least the second most coveted award when it comes to pro wrestling. The Slammies next to the Golden KJs out there, but they do have that fan vote going on as well. As we're getting the three amigos. Oh, we're getting cut off at one amigos. Un amigo or an amigo? Speaking of amigo.
Well timed, sir.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking of Toy Story of,
right.
El Buzzo. Are you an amigo or an amigo?
Huge crossbody. Sorry.
But, no, you're good. Well, I'm a fan of Giovanni, but is he not a little bit of just like the job squad of Imperium?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even get an entrance, and we know this was supposed to be Ivar, so I don't have high hopes for Da Vinci on this one.
Yeah, he's not painting a Da Vinci out here. When are the Slammies? I missed the date.
They are April 7th.
So post-Mania.
Yeah, Sunday, April 7th on social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's a fan vote. Fans are going to vote.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I like it. Let the peeps get involved. Let's go.
Let my people talk.
Queen Aminata versus Billy Starks to crown the first ever women's television title for a show that's not on television. Anyway, Supercard of Honor, very interesting. Yeah, April 5th, Supercard of Honor. Kind of the forgotten pay-per-view that, it's kind of been swept under the rug. Ever since Tony has taken over Ring of Honor, we don't talk a whole lot about what's happening or their shows. They're always on Fridays. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, they're going to be on a busy Friday night for Supercard of Honor. It's weird decision-making on Tony's part.
I just find it hilarious of him saying, like, I wish I had TV that I could put Ring of Honor on. Looks at Rampage. Looks at Collision. What the fuck are we talking about?
But they're great. They're doing great.
Stevie Wonder can tell these fuckers aren't doing great.
Right? The commercials are effing killing the show. I haven't really been bothered that much about commercials tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'm just because I'm talking to you and we kind of talk through it, but right. Yeah. I mean, it's WWE, lots of commercials. Do you think that The Rock tell Cody to turn heel on Seth? No, probably not.
Wait, what?
Do you think that Rock told Cody to turn on Seth? No.
No. What the fuck? I halfway misconstrued that. Thought you were talking about that the Rock's going to turn and help Cody. That's what he was telling him. Just, I got you.
Every time Nick makes a dodgeball reference, I want to say here on the ESPN 8, the Ocho. Yeah, some asshole ruined the Ocho for me, though.
Well, Ocho Cinco?
The Ocho.
Well, no, we're here on the 69. There, that's what we're on. We're not on the Ocho. We're on the 69.
Let's go. Is it kind of like a fan vote? Like, yeah, the fans can vote. I believe as of now, they can vote on the Slammy Awards for 2024.
Yes, but like he mentions with Cyber Tuesday, is it an actual vote or is it you pretend to vote and then
we'll never know
what they want?
We'll never know.
Right.
Raw of the year so far, says Aaron. There you go. Bold. Definitely a bold claim. And I mean, it's been a really good Raw. I can't complain.
I feel we could see something that would outdo it in 2 weeks. Raw after Mania.
Yeah. Oh, we got again. We're early, man. They have a lot of things to do. More pay-per-views coming. People got to remember, there's so much more wrestling to come.
Sorry, just a litany of shit in a row that popped me here. Of ESPN 8, the Jared Show.
You got me, Larry. You got me.
Ocho Hooko.
Joni loves Chachi.
Burn! Come on, guys. Rock clearly whispered, "I'm your daddy now" to Cody. He just went, "I'm your daddy." You know what's hard times out here when you lose to Roman Reigns twice in 2 WrestleManias back to back, baby.
Yeah. Big back elbow by Vinci as we're back to the action, by the way.
Right.
Oh, short arm line.
Now, the difference in the visual presentation as we're getting like the swooping shot around the ring, I think, really helps with that presentation. Like that feels more impactful because of how it was presented. And you're getting those unique individual per match shots.
Beautiful spinning back elbow.
1, 2, 3.
He calls that the message? Yeah. So his finisher, the message. The message has been sent.
You're right. The Crossroads DDT.
Hey, remember, it was funny because he was doing the hammerlock DDT for a long time.
Yeah, but Drew does that.
Right. Facts. The Candice segment and the tag team DQ brought the show down for me. The Candice segment was what it was. I mean, again, did it ruin the show for me? Not really. This was a match. Tag match, I thought was a good match, and the ending of it was necessary because you're building up this. You're trying to build up the tag team. You want people to care about this tag team match at Mania, so I was okay with it.
Right. So next we've got
Dom and Mommy.
Dom and Ria walking backstage. Well, I was going to say we've got Dom and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely will see. I mean, Rhea's going to get a lot of cheers. She's very popular. Mindy's Bakery ain't got shit on me.
I was going to say, well, there's 2 Doms in that situation. One's an actual Dom and one's just named Dom.
Yeah, right? I was like, Dom. Oh, Dom. 50 Shades Dominic.
50 Shades of Purple.
It's actually called the Silencer in WWE 2K24, says Paul.
Cool. Well, what's the name of the F5 in Fight Forever? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, according to Michael Cole, they're calling Andrade's new finisher the Message, which is a butterfly hook, neck breaker, crossroads.
It's a rolling DDT.
Yeah. Roman turning on
rolling Fishman DDT, actually. Yeah, because
Roman turning on the Rock. I still think that it won't be your traditional, like, I turned on him, I screwed him over. I think it's a lot of just egos colliding. They're going to kind of turn on each other.
Does Rikishi show up and just strike down Dwayne in the back in the parking lot? I did it for the ooze.
Yeah, right? I did it for the chief.
Right.
Rhea in a brace. Did not notice that, Richard.
What? No, I think that's called a harness, not
Right.
not a brace.
Try not to get careful not to get pranked on April Fools. Yeah, well, we'll probably be live, and if anyone of y'all fuck with us,
we know where you live. We'll find your IP address, and we'll fucking Jay and Silent Bob and show up.
if we get the email from Triple H to join the company on April 1st, we'll have some apprehension.
Or when that on April 2nd, he's like, "No, I'm serious, you motherfucker."
Yeah, we wait, right? It's really the game.
I am the game. I want you to come to the company. No, I wasn't asking for the explanation.
Yeah.
We knew the name. Like Dana right before that. No, it was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, I saw that. What if Liv takes Dom away from Rhea? Remember, Liv wants to take everything from Rhea. I still think it should be Nia Jax. Everybody hates Nia Jax. Everybody hates Dom. It sounds like a good relationship.
Whips and chains excite me.
The Rhea stink face line starts from behind me.
Right. First.
Yeah. That's the moment where C Money sits down and is like, bring it, and then the music hits for Rikishi to come out.
Well, everybody's out there saying we'll be seated for Monday Night Raw. Well, we'll all be seated in the fucking turnbuckle is where we'll all be seated.
Right. Rhea was wearing a wrist brace. Okay. I missed that. Okay, hopefully it's not serious. And I mean, the wrist is far from the heart.
She worked her wrist there with just doing the stink face.
I think Heyman and the Bloodline sides with The Rock as well. Can give Roman some sympathy. So The Rock just hijacks the whole tribe, the
final boss.
Interesting. Would that be enough to turn Roman back to like pure babyface, where he's now going after The Rock?
Ooh. If you're doing it just on that feud, maybe actually,
right?
Because it would be one of those of like. He just we already didn't like because he was just showing up and just fucking with everything, and now he fucked with you too.
Right.
But it's one of those of how Dick Dastardly was Roman Reigns to where you've got to, really try and
how fast can you
how much sympathy do you get for the biggest asshole in the company? It's like being sad for Eric Cartman. How do you really be sad for Eric Cartman?
Right.
So Cody Rhodes and Triple H live Friday, April 5th on the Pat McAfee show.
And now they're talking about trying to talk their way out of trouble after he sees Roman Reigns on his show. That is funny. So Pat McAfee pointing out Michael Cole tweeting about him.
Well, we get the Telestrator out here on tweets. But yeah, I really like this with Cole and McAfee. This is your Monsoon, your Heenan. This is your JR King type of shit. If they have at least, I feel, enough of that connection that they're both just taking the piss out of each other most of the time here.
Yeah, no, and it's working great. And I mean, the utilization of the Pat McAfee show, we've also seen wrestlers on Impulsive. Like they're really using social media. They're using
every tool, every advantage that they have. Speaking of tools and advantage.
Boston, I'm not clicking on your comment, but I feel like you're in the minority.
Wait, what now?
I'm not clicking on it.
I'll read it in a minute. Oh, yeah, no.
I want some Trish Stratus every day.
You summoned me on her. Like, that's the thing is, to me, Rhea Ripley has just owned every step, every evolution, every version of this character 100%. And that's what has separated her head, shoulders, knees, and toes above everybody else, whether it be a Becky, whether it be a Bianca, whether it be a Charlotte. She is, again, head, shoulders, knees, and toes above these women.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Hey, yo. I don't know.
What do you say?
I've seen Manson live, and it did not look anything like Rhea Ripley. I'm sorry. As we're getting mommy chants.
Bro, she is, again, she is on a level of superstardom that is not quantified by gender, not quantified by brand, by company. She is just a superstar, undeniably, in pro wrestling.
Oh no, she's been outstanding, and anybody that says otherwise isn't paying attention. There is, she's miles above anybody.
I feel like a certain someone isn't giving me their full attention. I swear to you, I don't know of any other human being right now, any human being out there that isn't giving you their full, undivided, perverted attention.
Facts. So, yeah, let's go.
She's out here doing her Roman Reigns acknowledge me.
Oh, the minute she hands the mic to Tom. But yeah, she is doing a Roman Reigns of like, what the hell are we doing?
Right. You will acknowledge your mommy. What?
Here comes Becky Lynch.
How'd you get ahead of me? I'm just getting Dom with the mic.
No, you got, yeah, Dom's about to speak.
Ah, there we go. Oh.
So again, more build, and I know people want more wrestling, but we still have matches to come, folks. But as far as creating hype, 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, they're doing it. They did it for the tag team division. They did it for your main events. They're doing it for this. Listen, what more do you want?
Would you rather have them take 2 weeks to build towards WrestleMania or have them take 2 weeks to make matches that don't matter towards WrestleMania?
Yeah. I mean, it could be Revolution where there's 7 matches that nobody gave a shit about and 3 they did.
If
11 and 3. 11 and 3 might be more accurate.
Yeah. Can we get 3 good matches over 2 nights? We'll see.
Right.
We'll see. But no, so far, I think I'd rather take the time and build. I've got 4 episodes of TV to build towards WrestleMania. I'll be remiss if I'm not going to take most of that time to build towards my biggest pay-per-view that I'm selling as the biggest pay-per-view I've ever done.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I mean, again, wrestling fans enjoy the wrestling.
Yeah, see, AW just can't do this because they don't have stories. That's the problem. They don't have the situation to fill this.
Mm-hmm.
Or a good one, I'll say that.
I want Camille versus Ripley. I think she's going to AEW, if I'm guessing.
Is it weird how that conversation's gotten cold?
Well, she came out and said she's made her decision. So, well, here's the counter argument. If she had signed and agreed to go to AEW, would she have popped up by now?
Yep.
Maybe. So maybe it is a matter of you're signed to the WWE. We'll see you after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you on the Tuesday after WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of feels maybe. TNA is still an option as well. She'd do really well in TNA.
We'll see. We'll see.
Can you name
I feel that's the thing is WWE is in a holding pattern right now till post WrestleMania, and no one wants to admit that we're in a holding pattern.
A little bit. Can you
watch these freaks eat it up? So she's even acknowledging y'all a bunch of perverts. Y'all can have that. That ain't what she mad at.
You know, she know what you all be looking at.
Right. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night.
Has Rhea had a banger? I mean, I like her and Nia. Who else did she beat this year? She
Bianca?
hasn't wrestled a lot.
Well, she does have a brace on her wrist, though. But yeah,
Mhm.
her Bianca, her Raquel, like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's had a singles match with Becky. No, but yeah, she's gone through most of the Raw women's division.
And that's it. Again, and you make her a special attraction. She just doesn't step in the ring every single week with and have matches with nobodies. You have to get to her. And on the side of that, she's also heavily involved with things that were going on with the Judgment Day. I got no complaints about her run.
For a bunch of people who probably play video games and watch anime and everything, I'm amazed no one can figure out the fucking concept of a final boss or whatever. Where, like, you have to build up to face this motherfucker. They don't just show up because you beckon for them. No, you have to earn the right to fucking challenge them.
Mhm.
That's what Becky or that's what Rhea is. That's what Roman is. But that seems remiss on a lot of wrestling fans that I would feel taking a lot of media that has a final boss built into it.
Right? She referred to Becky as a cockroach. Le cucaracha. Dom has Xbox heat. Dom has pure heat, and it works. But usually Xbox heat is in the connotation of go away heat. I don't think Dom. Well, I mean, people would love for him to go away, but they really enjoy booing him. So
Now how I feel about Sean Waltman. Sorry,
I said Dom said one word tonight. That's all he had.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, I was just going to say with how, in regards to how I kind of now at this point feel about Sean Waltman, I almost kind of hate the term Xbox heat. It should just go back to the go away heat.
Yeah. Now, here's an interesting thing, and I agree. I heard boos at Becky, and I've heard it well, and they were chanting "Mommy." Is this a tough spot for Becky? People like Rhea more than they like Becky. Oh, we got tears.
Oh, yeah, well, because Rhea mentioned Becky's daughter, and Becky just losing her fucking mind now, saying, "You think that's a fun line you can just throw out here?" Yeah, no, respectfully though, Rhea's gonna walk through Becky.
I think it's going to be an epic match. I think it's one of the ones that could surprise us. I really think
it's going to be a match that's going to compel you, that thinks that Rhea could lose because it's going to be the first time she's really been challenged, but she's not going to.
Yeah, I don't think Becky wins, but I think Becky's going to push her to the limit. For the people out there who are like, "What's Rhea really done?" Well, hold on tight.
You're about to find the fuck out.
Right? Remember how much people liked Rhea versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, right?
Literally, she had one of the best, arguably best matches of last year's WrestleMania, and it's amazing how people forget that shit.
We're not going to be the same ever again as Dom getting in Becky's face. Why? Down goes Dom. Big pop for Becky. That's how you get some babyface love. Hockey fight.
Right hand. Why does it feel like Becky's wearing what Seth should wear and Seth's wearing what Becky should wear?
Because they are.
Just saying. We're all thinking it. Somebody had to say it.
Rhea eats the ring post. There's a Becky, sorry, I think I said Rhea, but Becky eats the ring post. Rhea checking on Dom. Becky's not done. There she is. Hold on tight. Oh, wow. Gamer wants Becky to win. Anyone else out there hoping Becky pulls this off?
Just throwing hands here.
Arrest her.
Now, question I will pose to you, and I will, as we're still going, well, Dom's catching the fucking worst out of there.
Dom, get out
Becky
of there,
versus
bro.
Dom night 1. Winner takes on Ronald, or loser takes on Mysterio, and the winner takes on Rhea. But is Charlotte the better matchup for Rhea than Becky? Just like in ring wise, everything like that, like personality aside.
I think they bring different elements. I think physicality, you kind of feel I have a little more belief in a. Oh, wait a minute, Sami bumping into Shorty G. But yeah, I think Charlotte is more physically imposing that way. But I think as far as bringing out like the emotion in a rivalry, we just saw it with Becky, right? Getting a little heated about bringing up her kid, and then it pops off. The fiery little redhead doing her thing. So I think it works, man. I'm okay with this match for Mania.
Oh, I'm not opposed to it. I
So,
was opposed to the question. Tonight's all about Gunther.
Right. She connected. So when did fucking Shorty G become like Sammy's life coach?
Bro, he's just mini Kurt Angle with hair.
Right? It's like, listen, I tried to beat the other guy 3 times. It didn't work. So can you please beat him so I can beat you?
Yeah, well, it's that I feel like there's always that underlying thing. Like you thought this was Sammy. I wonder if there's that underlying thing with Gable of I'm gonna amp you up. So then the second that you fucking slip, I know when you've slipped and I'm gonna capitalize.
Right. Here comes big Bronson Reed. I say nah to Becky. Nay.
Am I just fucking realizing this man having these giant tattoos on his chest right now? Like, how will I miss this, or am I just the vitamins are taking full effect here? If that just
right, he's always had
this
it.
Man is just out here. He's got the Biblics verse 1 and verse 2 on his fucking chest right now.
And this match brought to you by Godzilla Kong.
Well, this is more Kong versus the Village,
right? As we go to commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling through. Still time to come. We got lots going on here tonight. More matches. We'll see if there's any more angles or build for Mania within those matches. But a very intriguing night. I feel like the time we've been live, almost 3 hours, has gone extremely fast tonight. So to me, that probably means I'm enjoying the programming. I don't have a lot of complaints. I know there's some obvious spots that weren't great. But I mean, I'll listen to the fans out there, Nick. I thought the Becky Ria segment was good.
Oh, I think that there's been a lot more good with this show than bad. I think that there was a few moments, like I said, to where you anticipated you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. Just move past it. But yeah, as we're getting a replay right now for WrestleMania, and fun fact that I actually found out. So now in the state or the city of Philadelphia, any skyscraper, any super tall building that's built now has to have a little mini thing of William Penn put on the highest point of it and everything, because initially there was a tower or a building that had William Penn on the top of the building, and he wanted no tower or no building to be built higher than his statue. So then once they started making skyscrapers, they didn't do it, and then they got cursed. The Eagles lose, the Flyers lose, the Phillies lose, all that, and then now they put the little fucking William Penn on top of the buildings. The Phillies have won the World Series. You've had the Eagles out there, all of that.
Did not know. Fun fact.
Random facts.
There you go. Well, Mark's got a fact. He said he's not feeling the Sammy Gable stuff. Just me. My only concern is I don't want a triple threat.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Gable, and I still don't even want a triple threat.
Sammy for the win. Sammy for the win. Sammy. I think Sammy has to win. I don't want to see a DQ or anything. Sammy's got to get the W.
But do we not want something with Bronson Reed at WrestleMania? Meet
Yeah, but
Palooza?
but Sammy's the number one contender for the IC title. Bronson beating Sammy tonight. What does that do for Sammy, A, and B? What does that mean? Bronson gets to be in the IC match?
No. I'm not even saying that. I feel almost. Well, we've even talked about it at times with like Cody Rhodes or whatever. The guy that's supposed to end up being the hero victory has to get beaten down as much as they can before they get to that victory. So it's one of those. It's like the old adage of if this was the go home show, I'd be taking Bronson just on that simple fact because it's one of those. If you win on the go home show, you lose it at the pay per view.
Yeah.
So I'm anticipating maybe some Sammy losses, maybe some questioning the credibility here, and then he picks up the victory.
Yeah, I could see a no contest or DQ, but we need Sammy to get some wins, build some momentum. He won the gauntlet, win tonight, 2 weeks away, get a big win over Bronson Reed, and as you're going to take on Gunther, maybe you take a beat down after the match. I don't know, but for my money, you got to make Sammy look credible here.
I hear you. I'm more of, is Sammy not already credible?
He is, but you want him going in on a strong foot, right? Like you want him looking.
Do you, or do you want him to feel?
You don't want him to lose to Bronson.
More of the underdog, so that when he pulls off the win, it's the holy shit.
Yeah, but him losing to Bronson Reed to me doesn't make him look like
he the underdog. Take 2 L's going into that show.
It makes Bronson Reed look like the number one contender, doesn't it?
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know. It's a tough. Before The Rock returned, I thought there was a possibility of Rhea and Becky getting the main event on night one. Yeah, no dice now.
Well, would you have, out of those two matches, and I'll say this before I pause for the cause, between Rhea and Becky or Bayley and Io, out of those two women's matches, which would you have had main event night one?
I think my personal preference is I like the Io Bayley match better, but Rhea and Becky's bigger name value, that's your main event women's match. So probably the second last to go on night one.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you because I wanted to hold out because Bayley won the Rumble and that's supposed to guarantee you a main event on a Mania night. So
yeah, you're not wrong there. As Bronson is in the ring as we come back from commercial. I'm sure they check. Yeah, guys. I mean, again, they know what they're doing. They want to talk about each other's families. They want to talk about each other's real problems because it lends authenticity to it. You're not just acting and trying to be mad. You're hitting nerves that we all know are nerves. It's not like Becky went to the back and was like, I can't believe you said that.
This isn't a couple other companies to where they just can just sit there and say whatever the fuck they want and think it flies. No, they've actually discussed what they're going to say beforehand and everything.
Right. Yeah, I think so. And I mean, again, remember, the bad guy says bad things. The villains aren't nice. They're supposed to offend people.
Yeah, the bad guy is supposed to be the bad guy for a reason.
It's facts. Sami for the win. WWE better change that. Looking like AEW. I don't know what you're referring to. Context, my friend.
That, reverse it.
This year's WrestleMania is stupendous.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. What?
There you go. KJ and Nick, all other promotions should let their former WWE staff attend WrestleMania 40. It's exceptional. I think you said that already, Larry, and yeah, I guess.
That's a whole fucking can of worms to try and unpack right now.
And most other companies, if they wanted to go, they could just go.
Well, it comes down to talent. It comes down to whether you're going to get a company that's going to be petty that fucking points them out. I think any time that's brought up, I instantly think of one of the Highlanders that was at a TNA taping of all fucking things, and they focused on him because WWE, and then he proceeded to be unemployed.
Hilo up and over. Sami taking out Bronson on the floor.
Tope con generico.
Becky should have brought up Buddy and Dom. She should have, actually. She should. I mean, the WWE.
We still got a week.
We got time. Sword of Truth. Good to see what's up, big dog? AJ, Sami for the win. Let's go.
All right. Well, speaking of going, I'm going to go here for a quick minute.
There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. We are rolling through Sami versus Bronson Reed here, ladies and gentlemen. Get in that chat. Let us know what you're thinking about Raw. Let us know what you're thinking about the show. Let us know what you're thinking about this match, about WrestleMania, whatever is on your wrestling mind. Get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. And make sure, if you haven't done it yet, click that like button. Be a part of the family. Be a part of all the shows. Join the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else out there. As Bronson decimates Sami. Sami for the win. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, who are you taking? Who do you think wins this match? I can't imagine Sami dropping to Bronson at this point. I like Bronson, but Bronson will have some things to do post-Mania. I think Triple H likes him a lot, so give it time for sure. As we go back to commercial. Now, somebody mentioned the commercials earlier. We are getting, it feels like 4-minute commercial. Making up for lost time. Sami loses thanks to Gunther interference. Now, I could see something like that taking place for sure. Not out of the possibility, pal. You're not wrong there. That definitely could happen. I'm loving Monday Night Raw so far. Good to know Damian, the leader of the Hopium Tribe's in a good mood. KJ will cover Wrestling Revolver on Thursday. Yeah, I think we're going to peek in at it, Kyle. I don't know how heavy in the paint we're going to go for Wrestling Revolver this Thursday. We're going to be doing Impact. Plus, we're going to try and be doing, we're doing some other things. And heading into WrestleMania, we're covering so many extra shows. We'll probably have an eye on it, but I don't know how much of an eye on it. But gotcha. But yeah, we're going to be here all week long. We're back tomorrow for NXT. Wednesday, we got Dynamite. Thursday, we got Impact. Friday, we got the doubleheader with Rampage and SmackDown. I don't think there's anything bonus this week. Then we head into the weekend, and then we got a whole nother wrestling week ahead for everybody out there. So if you haven't hit it, make sure you hit subscribe. Click that little bell. Our WrestleMania preview show's coming up. We're putting up more shorts. We're trying to get more content out to you guys. So just be around, and you'll find us on social as well. What a good point. Becky should have mentioned Buddy. You want to talk about family? Does your husband know you run around on Monday nights with another man? How does Dom feel about your hubby? Yeah, I mean, not a bad idea. I'm okay with it. I think if they went that route, fine. We've seen enough pictures, even on WWE TV, posting a picture of Buddy and Ria together. So, again, no secrets. And anytime you can kind of get deep into that story or pull out some realism, works for me. 100%. But we are in a commercial break right now, folks. The match goes on. Sami, Bronson Reed. If you haven't let me know, who are you taking between these two? And again, for my money tonight, I've been very content with Raw. Couple spots were definitely blemished, but again, it is what it is for a 3-hour show. I think they've done a really good job of hyping up WrestleMania. I've done a really good job of pushing some storylines. I think we're going okay. Does anyone remember Sami's WrestleMania match other than the Johnny Knoxville and the Usos? No, not off the top of my head. Has he had many? Sup, Symphony? How you doing? KJ, how far in 2024 will Murphy return? I don't know. See, there's been mixed messages about this, Larry, because the contracts. I've seen some people report that the House of Black still have a couple years left on their contracts. If that is the case, probably not anytime soon. I hope it's not the case. I think bringing the House of Black back into WWE, but this time, if you could get your hands on Brody King. Before today, I would have said Liv versus Nia would make Mania. After tonight, I truly doubt it. No Liv on the show at all. No Nia on the show. Maybe a pre-WrestleMania match. Maybe. Might not be a bad idea, but they don't do many of those either. The back and forth with Rhea and Becky felt intense. I liked it. I give the full marks for that. And I know some people don't love Becky on the mic, but I thought it was really well done. Right now, Sami chopping, going for another clothesline. No luck. Bronson just fighting back. My buddy's sending me videos of them playing DX theme song during commercials and showing all the people in the crowd doing the suck it poses. That's awesome, actually. I like it. Sami gets Bronson down. Also, what kind of pranks are you going to pull on April Fools? I'm too old and too busy to be pranking shit. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll prank y'all and not show up. People still do. Yeah, exactly. I thought TK said he wasn't going to keep wrestling hostage with their wrestlers hostage with their contracts. TK said a lot of things. And if you look at his roster, there is definitely a lot of wrestlers collecting paychecks that, Sami trying to get Bronson up for a blue thunder bomb. No luck. No, Sami can't do it. Oh, come on, Sami. But yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of, he has so much talent. Oh, Gunther's in the ramp or on the stage. Jesus. Mania wouldn't Nia, Tamina, and Naomi. I haven't seen Tamina in ages, guys. Sami, gets Bronson up, but Bronson pushing his weight over. Sami getting the worst of that. If there was truly a wrestling god, then he or she has to give us Brandy versus Ava confrontation. There you go. Still waiting. I think the tricky part about Brandy, no offense to Brandy, but she's such a natural heel. It is so hard to have Brandy involved with Cody when Cody is the purest of baby faces. We got Sami chance in the building. KJ, could you see Ilya dropping the NXT title to Tony D and Stand and Deliver? I could. Am I convinced it's going to happen yet, Kyle? No, but I could see it happen. It all depends for me on what their plans for Ilya. Is Ilya one of the faces that you see on the main roster post Mania? I love Ilya. I think he could be. I think he's ready. Tony D would be a nice surprise. It'd be interesting. Or do they keep Ilya down and it's Trick has to take the belt off Ilya? Oh, shit. Senton. Reed going to the top. No way. There you go. Bronson Reed picks up the W. Ouch. Not even really much interference. I don't love it. Yeah. Oof. Wow. So that, yeah, kind of like what Nick kind of proposed of just make Sami, like even Michael Cole selling it as Sami's in his own head. He's struggling. Gunther really didn't interfere with. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Bronson Reed, by the way, got a bloody nose. Spears versus Dijak. That sounds like something very interesting and seeing. Yeah, I mean, I'm very interested in this. I was surprised that Spears, but we got Jey Uso on the screen and Sami takes an L. Not the way I would have done it, but what do I know? Definitely interesting. I don't like it. Clean too. But see where that goes. Oh, we got Soto. And we got Jimmy. No yeet. What was someone asked me a question about Punk. I think it's great. Again, you pull down that fourth wall. You let the smart fans chuckle a little. Yeah, I think it's a nice little touch. It's Punk being sarcastic. It works for me. It's provocative. It gets the people going, Boston. Let's go big. That's a huge win for Bronson Reed. Relatively clean. And I got a trailer for, I wasn't lying, Godzilla and Kong, as they are Michael Cole doing commentary for it, seemingly. Ilya to join Gunther and Imperium. Some mixed ideas about this one. I know some people don't love the idea. I don't mind it as far as bringing them in and eventually building to that Gunther Ilya match. It's interesting though. If Gunther still has the IC title post Mania, then I would bring Ilya in specifically to go after Gunther. 2-2. Bronson, let's go. Why'd I click on that? WWF World Champion Hulk Hogan pinned Nikolai Volkov at this arena in August 1984. There you go. Builds Bronson Reed while telling the story that Sami isn't focused. One more. Yeah, so again, more of kind of Nick's take on it as far as breaking him down, building him down, making him doubt himself, less likely. Like, they even pointed out Gunther's not even taking Sami seriously. The underdog from the underground. I get it. I like it. I see what they're doing. Surprised. But they're selling the story on it, which is better than just doing it. My guess would have been Sami picked up the win, looked like he had some hope, but they're actually going the opposite way as far as really breaking him down. A little surprising because he did win the gauntlet match. But did you see that bro there? He literally tracked the blood from... I think I clicked that one already. Did y'all talk about MJF merch getting pulled and taken from AEW website? Some speculation saying he will be the reason Cody loses. If you want to talk about instant heat, that is a great way to go about it. Do I see it? No. Do I think his merch coming down is, oh my God, he's gone? No. I think it's just a matter of we'll take it down, then more people will think he is gone. A lot of AEW fans expect him back at Dynasty. I don't know if that's based in any type of report or fact or thought. I heard he was out till the fall, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. However, if MJF shows up on WWE programming, people will lose their goddamn mind. My partner, Nick, will fucking die. I'm going to have to find a way to get to Massachusetts to revive the man. This Raw is really good. I've enjoyed it. The last match was good. Again, we've really only had one spot that I was like, all right. Now, I can't fault them for trying to build something, but I don't like what they're trying to build with Candice LeRae. Raw is cooking. That it is. We don't have much to go, folks. We got about 25 minutes left on the clock. We'll see how this all breaks down. We still got Shinsuke Nakamura coming up against Jey, and we know the bloodline is in the house. Whew, Jason, KJ, I have two questions. Is Raw going to be unrated on Netflix when Raw leaves USA on September 30th, 2024? Does it move to Peacock for 2 months or go to Netflix right away? I don't know what their official plan is for the gap. I don't know. I think they were working on it. But, yeah, there's still that gap between the start and... Oh, wait, we're going back. Sorry, I'm back from commercial. And we're getting a replay of the slap. Nope, the punch. Becky lands it. Pat with the telestrator. In addition to that, Jason, I do not think the WWE goes full unrated. They still have a large contingent of young fans. Now, when I was a kid, back in my day, it was very much of, part of watching wrestling was like it was an adult program, but it had a lot of kiddie stuff, the cartoon. So wrestling was different back then, but nonetheless, because they do so much with charities and the younger audience, I don't think they're going to completely alienate the younger audience. So there's a happy medium in there. Like every once in a while, a parent out there might have to explain to their kid what an asshole is, but I don't think they're going to be dropping F-bombs left, right, and center. I got Sami in the back with Chad. So Chad saying that this is what Gunther does. He makes you doubt yourself. They have crammed a lot of wrestling in since the Punk promo. Good job, WWE. It's about balance, right? So, and I think they did it last week as well. We talked about it. When we're getting these big segments, like the same thing. We didn't get a lot of wrestling last week, and then the gauntlet match was like an hour. So that's the trade-off. And I think some people tune in and go, oh, they had one match in the first hour. Yeah, but they had 5 in the last hour. So help me help. Andrade talking in the back to Dom in the background. Yes, sorry. So I do love the fact that you got to pay attention to everything that's going on in the scenery. And we've talked about Andrade possibly moving into the Judgment Day. How would that change the dynamic? Interesting. And again, if you're setting up a Damian Priest cash in, would Andrade be the guy that replaces Damian Priest? And now we're going back to the opening segment tonight. The Rock talking to Cody. They're referencing every podcast in the IWC today, huh? Yeah, I mean, I think, oh, okay. So now we're just going to Jey. Yeah, I mean, I think things definitely got more adult as the night went on, for sure. More or less PG back in the day. But again, we were seeing stuff with, porn stars and people giving birth to hands. Like, it was a different time. But Seth giving Jey some love. So this might end in a bit of a brouhaha here tonight. Could I be right? In the words of Harry Carey, it's long, it's far, it's gone. Becky wins. Becky wins. Becky wins. Huge punch to the chops. Yeah, coach just, again, we got to keep an eye on Chad because, again, when it seems like he's being too helpful, there's often a reason why he's being too helpful. Tonight, I make you bleed. Pat losing his mind, yeeting his life away. As we go back to commercial break, Jey Uso, Shinsuke Nakamura, get your predictions in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you got? I think The Rock said, I'm going to make you bleed. Someone else has said that. That's funny as hell. Now, is that from some lip reading? Have we watched the replays? Because I'm going to make you bleed has come up a lot of times and provocative. 11 straight sellout, yes. According to WWE, tonight is the 11th straight televised sellout. Bring back Mae Young's hand. Finish the story. Oh, there you go. There you go. Gotcha. No yeet. Jey for the win. That looked like Seth's face. Something is going down. Yeah, I think so, Polo. I think this will be a very interesting end to Raw tonight. About 20 minutes left on the clock. A big match coming up. Jey taking on Shinsuke. We know Solo's in the house. We know Jimmy's in the house. We saw Seth there. Time will tell. Shinsuke for the win. Taking Pat. That sounds reasonable. Jey Uso for the win. Main event. Jey Uso for the win with less heat. Why less heat? We love the heat. Don't we? No more nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Jey Uso wins by DQ. Okay. Has anyone checked Tony Khan tonight? I'm sure he's doing wonderful in his own little delusional bubble. Yeet. I think it's the right time for WWE to bring back TV 14 rating in order to combat viewership from AEW. But here's the thing, Christian. They don't think that way because they're not losing viewership to AEW. So if they decide to up the maturity, it's because, being publicly traded and locked into a bunch of, when you got Toys R Us sponsoring your fucking your segments, and you got all these kid products plastered everywhere, it's really hard to push the envelope. But as the sponsorships change, as the attitudes change, as you move to Netflix, there is a possibility there, but it has nothing to do with AEW. They're not bleeding fans to AEW, so AEW doesn't make WWE do anything at all. The Rock whispered, "Oh shit, I don't have a mic either. This is weird." I think Sami challenges Bronson next week, putting his Gunther match on the line and wins. I could go with that, Richard. That'd be a nice bounce back, right? Considering I took the L on Sami winning tonight, which, has been happening quite a bit, I could buy that. I could buy that. Go yeet yourself. May the yeet be with you and also with you. I think The Rock told Cody and homies aren't leaving here tonight. Maybe The Rock comes back out. That's what let's just end this in a complete kerfuffle and have everybody come out. Have The Rock make Cody bleed tonight. I'd be down. I'm not reading that out loud. Khan had another fear for his life moment. Why did he, what? Burn his toast? I have no idea. The Rock asked Cody, so how does a thermos keep something both hot and cold? Christopher, good to see you. Keep The Rock quotes coming. But a lot of people think he said, I'm going to make you bleed. Wait till Netflix. By the way, Toys R Us has been put out of business a minute. Yeah, for quite a while. But it was a sponsor at one time. AEW is not competition with WWE over anything except free agent talent because of TK's checkbook but again, yeah, you are competing for the same talent in that regard for sure. I will give you that. But even that, if WWE really wanted to flex and say, all right, Sasha, we'll give you $12 million a year. Are they? It's an interesting one, but I definitely agree with you, C-Money. Combat viewership with AEW. WWE is murdering AEW in every category. It's not even close. That's not even an opinion. That's just fact. That's just numerical, analytical fact. Why the hell is Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event? Why not? What you got against main event Shinsuke? Rock said, I'm doing this for Roman. Has anyone ever bet on wrestling? I have not. I see it more as Jey Uso is the main event. Shinsuke is just the heel he is going against. Plus, it shows how much faith Triple H has in Shin. Perfect. I'm kind of with you in every regard on that one, Richard. No issue at all. Yeah, there's sports booking takes bets on WrestleMania in the UK. Yeah, I believe it's a thing, but never done it. Be interesting. Chad is recruiting Sami for Alpha Academy. That's the next step here. And I really do think, does this set up Sami beating Gunther and then Chad going heel and saying to Sami, you wouldn't have beat Gunther if it wasn't for me? Could that be the way they work this out? Let me know. As we are getting the ding, folks. So who are you taking? If you haven't made a prediction yet, are you taking Jey or are you taking Shin? Next week, I see another Bloodline showdown with Cody and Seth on Raw. Yeah, next week has already been advertised that Roman and The Rock will be on Raw. So don't miss that one. We will be here live for it, of course, and it should be a good one. Hot decade. AEW is struggling to pull in with 3 shows combined what Raw pulls in with 1. Those say it's a marathon, not a sprint. Might want to stop for a water break and reality check. It's early. It's early. There's always time for a comeback. Wouldn't be fair to bet on wrestling. Yeah, you're okay to bet on wrestling. I don't see an issue with it. I mean, if they truly went legit, it would cause some interesting situations because you would have to declare the winners prior. So then the risk is, does anybody find out? So, I mean, highly sanctioned. I think there's a couple states that are trying it. I don't know. Why did his entrance go so hard? Because it always goes hard. Let's go. Jey goes to the floor. Yeah. And back to commercial. God damn it. Even the Chicago fans know Nakamura deserves better, right? The Rock whispered ratings Cornet review tomorrow and free tickets for UFL. There you go. The Rock told Cody, should I do Tooth Fairy 2? Would you like to be in one of my movies? You can bet on wrestling in the UK, not in North America, though. Fair enough. Yeah. I felt like they had been in talks where a couple states, now you all can let me know down in the US, but were considering it, but they haven't done it yet. I see Jey versus Shin going 10 minutes. Jey wins. Bloodline comes out and attacks. Cody arrives. The Rock makes Cody bleed. I'm down. Let's do that. Let's 100% do that. I'm perfectly good with that. Jey win. Maybe the IC match at Mania ends with Gable throwing in the towel and causing Sami to lose after refusing to give up. That would be an interesting angle, especially if Sami resents Gable for doing it, perhaps. Like, how dare you? I wasn't ready to give up. I never give up. I truly think Sami Zayn's going to win at WrestleMania, especially after losing tonight. I 100% think that Sami's going to win at Mania. Paul Heyman was talking to Drew secretly in the back earlier, so something's afoot. A lot. I mean, again, every time we go to the back, there's seemingly people having conversations in the back. We'll see. Does Drew get involved some way, somehow? I don't know. The Rock says, look at my raised eyebrow. I still want Roman. Rock whispered, Vin Diesel and I totally touched each other's asses on set, and we weren't filming. All right. Las Vegas has made sure there are a lot of NDAs in this company so no one finds out. Okay. The question is, are WWE going to allow blood at WrestleMania? Because so far we've seen blood on LA Knight and we've seen profanity used lately. Again, I think it's a gradual upgrading. And I know a lot of people talk about how the ratings and stuff work, but they gradually push the envelope. And I don't want them just to turn into other companies. I like the fact that when you see blood on WWE, it kind of gets you. Kind of like, oh, he's busted open. Oh, bloody nose. Because it is a rare thing. I don't want to turn it up to the point of like, oh, we got blood again. Some matches do ultimately call for it, though. We've had some Hell in the Cells and such that could have used some blood. I saw the DraftKings ad a couple of weeks ago advertising betting on WWE. Yeah, I thought I saw that as well. So maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Sami will push Alpha Academy up the card. Look at what Sami did for the Bloodline. Not a bad shout. I think what we could get here, and originally we had a heel Alpha Academy. Gable and Otis. I mean, Otis as Gable's kind of beefy bodyguard. It does have an opportunity to work. And if Gable's the guy that goes after Sami come out post-Mania, could work. But we are back to the action. Jey with a kick to the stomach. Then the uppercut. I just want to bleed. I want everybody to bleed. Yeah, no, not happening. WWE should only have blood on pay-per-views. I agree. I mean, outside of the, the oopses and such, but, or, again, once, twice a year on Raw, you get some blood. Something happened. You made a big deal, oh, I love that. The slide out German by Nakamura in control of Jey. Otis and Gable both need a change. Alpha Academy has run its course and comedy act, etc. Yeah, I think you have an opportunity there. And I think treating Gable a little more serious, that was my one criticism of the idea that Gable could win against Gunther. That was my one knock is I don't want the IC title to become playful. I don't want it to go to the Academy and not matter. Mox starts to bleed as soon as the camera runs. Oh, wait a minute. I got Jimmy. I got Solo. We got Seth. We got Cody. All right. Now, are we going to fight off or is there more? I could see Drew McIntyre costing Jey this match. Now that this is happening so early. Tony, I see your comment. I'm not clicking on it. It's funny as hell. Yeah. AJ Lee is trending. The fans are so funny. CM Punk calls out, "Hey, April, how you doing?" I think there's Drew. Future shock on Seth. Jey crawling to the corner. Still got 8 minutes on the clock as far as my math goes. That's amazing. AJ Lee confirmed to return very, very soon. I'm down. Big spear on Shinsuke. And that's it. Jey Uso gets the win. We got lots of time on the clock, guys. The crowd on their feet. Shin gets beat. Not the most exciting main event. Yeet. Big super kick to the mush. Followed up with the spear. AJ Lee should we get Punk reffing one match and we'll get AJ reffing another. I just want her to show up. Oh, wait. Oh, we're showing in the back as Cody. Oh, do we get some physicality between Cody and The Rock? Maybe they could have AJ Lee do something with Roxanne. I'd be down for that. The Prodigy. Oh, is Cody throwing Jimmy out of the building, but Solo jumping. Jey wins. And there's The Rock smashing Cody. Let's go. The Rock said he was going to make him bleed. Now that's how you tease something and then pay it off, folks. Throwing Cody into a garbage can. Oh, Sabu's the garbage can off Cody's head. Let's go. We got time. 6 minutes of a Rock beatdown. I'm in. And again, for those who are like, oh man, Roman's totally getting outshone in his own thing. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. The Rock. Look at you now. As The Rock is just putting a beating on Cody Rhodes right now. We cooking. Let's go. Another garbage can. We're trickling outside. This is great. Yeah, see, that's amazing. He answering the internet fans out there saying The Rock doesn't say anything. What does he say now? You think they're not paying attention? You think they're not trying to figure this out and deliver? They're delivering, folks. That is hilarious. Yes, gamer, taking us back to our childhood, my friend. They're out in the rain. Again, you want to run your mouth? Yeah, he might. He might. Cody into the bus. Rock talking shit. There you go. There you go. Look at your hero. Like, this is fucking Marvel-esque. Le Mama Rhodes. This works. This works for me on so many levels. Laying into Cody. Batman versus Superman vibes. I'm with you, bro. Let's not forget Rock threw Austin off a bridge once. Facts. And remember, back in the Rock's day, they went outside for a lot of different reasons. We had belts going into rivers. And he's literally beating Cody off his own bus. I wear my sunglasses and where's Seth? Seth got preoccupied with oh no, Seth got laid out by Drew. To all the Cody crybabies. That's Cody's bus. Yeah, he's beating him off the Nightmare Express. 150%, my guy. And he made him bleed. Man, The Rock. So that's what he whispered. I'm going to make you bleed. And the TV didn't go black and white. It's not purple blood, which was used a couple times for no reason. Beating the brakes off him. Do you need further proof that Cody's winning? Dude, I'm with you. I'm actually with you. He got a Mama Rhodes belt. I'll get to your ratings in a second, folks. My cheeks are hurting. I'm enjoying this so much. It's ridiculous. We got blood. And that's what you want. Well, don't rub it too much, Rock. Then we can realize that it's not a gig. Cody's Nick tattoo versus Rock Brahma Bull tattoo. The winner faces Punk's Pepsi tattoo. Tonight, I'm going to make you bleed. Yep. So The Rock drops a little whisper. All night long, people are like, what did he say? What did he say? Did he say he's going to make him bleed? What is... And there's your payoff. Right at the end of the show, we've had a 7-minute beatdown of Cody Rhodes at the hands of The Rock. Now, the haters are going to say, shouldn't Roman be beating up Cody? But what the fuck ever. I don't want to hear it. Oh, The Rock's going to learn you about some hard times. Whoa, what did he say? They beeped out something. It's the final boss isn't putting up with shit. Was it a careless whisper? Was there wham involved? Holy shit. It's about time, though. Yeah, right on. It didn't have to be this way. Look at your son. This is more sick. They're not even close. Come on, Kristen. Stick with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As my voice is running out of steam, what is your rating out of 10 for SmackDown? What is your rating out of 10 for Raw tonight? My head's all over the place, clearly. Wow. Okay. Shocking end of the night. The Rock shows up, takes out Cody Rhodes, and they let him go. Like, they had a 7-minute just beat down of Cody Rhodes. I will take all the ratings. I'm really curious what people thought of this one. I see Anthony already said that. But yeah, what a crazy night. And I know, let's deal with some of the what the haters are going to say tonight. Candice LeRae's match sucked. There was only one women's match, but the Rhea angle is more important, so I don't care. Not a lot of wrestling early on, but a good amount of wrestling later on, so that takes that one away. Again, the little minute details, the little details that mean so much. The Rock shows up, and I heard it. We saw it in the chat. Nick even threw his hands up. Oh, I can't believe he just left. And when you start thinking about it, man, they paid it off. Not enough wrestling. There you go. Right? That's what they're going to say. But man, I don't know. I think there was a lot of good shit in there. The wrestling we did get was decent. And again, 2 weeks from Mania, you gotta build the stories. You gotta make people want to tune in. You can't miss it. But let me find some ratings here. I know I missed a few, so I'm gonna go up. 9.5 says Damien. Writing is off the wall for The Rock turning on Reigns. The writing is on the wall for The Rock turning on Reigns at Mania. He's doing all this to gain his trust. I kind of feel that way, Boston. And I think it's, again, it's The Rock versus Cody that's kind of in the spotlight. And I think it really sets up a jealous, and they've already teased it. They've already played that game with it. But you set up that jealousy, the egos. Two can't sit at the head of the table. There's not enough room. Who's going to be, the guy? Who's the tribal chief? Is it the final boss or is it Roman Reigns? I think this sets up nicely. You still have the angle with Seth. Drew gets involved, so you check off that one. Drew gets a little bit of revenge on Seth from earlier in the night. Layers, folks. We talk about it. Dale saying great ending. 9.5 says Connor. 10 says Alex. I'll be shocked if it doesn't happen. I'm kind of with you. And again, I've kind of gone back and forth. And coming up this week, we're going to do our WrestleMania preview show here on the channel. But I'm really starting to lean that way. Like, could it happen? Yeah. Should it happen? I don't know. But it really, really feels like they realize when they tried to take Cody out of the main event and put The Rock in, it didn't go so well. So how far can we push this? I don't know. Again, there is a little bit of doubt for me that they could continue the chase. Do they go another full year back to Mania? I don't know. But could Cody keep chasing Roman? Yeah, he could. But like you said, the writing seems on the wall that it all kind of fits. Wait until Dustin shows up. I kind of thought about that today. I would kind of like Dustin to show up with his, like, the half paint he does, but gold. And be Dustin. Be like, that's Gold Dust. Dustin Rhodes, Cody's brother. So we just spell out all the names. But I kind of want it. I really kind of want it. I think The Rock is doing this beatdown makes Roman look bigger because he is doing Roman's dirty work. I like that, Christopher. Well done. The tribal chief is at home with his feet up, and The Rock is in the thick of it with Jimmy and Solo. Not a bad show. Not a bad show. 10 out of 10. And listen, further to this real quick, if you do look at it as the final boss or the way things work in a video game or whatever, you really got to get through that tough last guy to get to the boss. And maybe that's what The Rock represents here, right? He is the final boss, but you got to beat the final boss to get to the tribal chief. And I know it sounds a little ass backwards, but roll with me on that one. 10 out of 10, epic show. It didn't have to be this way, just wow. Yeah, the whole time talking to the camera, The Rock dug in. I liked it. 9 out of 10, incredible. Great ending. Oh, yeah, Roman is definitely eating a rock bottom before Cody lays the crossroads on him. Yeah, I could see it. Cody kind of deserved it. Absolutely. And he was warned, I'm going to make you bleed. The Rock brings back the Attitude Era. That's what it feels like. We're outside. It's raining. It's again, it's got a different feel to it. The language is increased. The blood. We got blood. 8.5. 8.5 for a good show. Insanely good show. What a fucking show. Holy shit. 9. This is one of the best reactions I've seen in any of our chats in a long time. Like, people really like certain shows, but there's always a bit of a mix. This is one of the strongest rated, reviewed shows on our stream in a long time, where everyone just outright was like blown away, very happy. I'm sticking with my 9.5 best Raw of the year. I'll take it. Not enough wrestling. Clicked on that one. 7 out of 10. Fair enough. 9 out of 10. Attitude Era vibes, 9.5. Cody definitely beating Roman at Mania. Kyle's with Boston. Okay. Better than last Saturday's Collision. We weren't here. Either was Collision. Wait a minute. 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Wow. Just like the Attitude Era, doing it right way. I love it. I really do, guys. I mean, I know fans want to take the piss out of a lot of things, but if you're genuinely grew up a wrestling fan, tonight was a good night. 9.5 says Juan. 10 out of 10. Attitude vibes for sure. Great WrestleMania development. 8.5. Only by 12 million %. Cody beat down. 10 out of 10. This Rock will bleed at Mania. I think so. I like that shout. Cody gets revenge, makes him bleed. I think for me tonight, 8 fake blood out of 10. Absolutely. I'll take it. A little bit of a schmear, if you would. Very fun Raw, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think I'm in that 8.5. I saw a bunch of people say 8.5. There's a couple reasons why I'm not like 9, 10. I could be convinced of a 9. Couple spots there that I didn't love, and then my own personal bias. 8.5 feels like a really good call tonight. 8.5, 9. 9, I could say tonight was great. 9 out of 10. Raw right now is only has 2 women's storylines. Candice, heel turn on Ria. Becky, I would like more, but the stories we're getting are being done solid. Yeah, but don't forget, I mean, let's not ignore the fact that, like, even on Friday, right? You had, we have this possibility of Jade coming in. You have Bianca and Naomi kind of debating the merits of Bailey. We've had side programs. We've still got Liv in the mix. Yeah, maybe not prominent storylines per se, but I think they're doing well, and I do like what they are doing. So I agree with you there. Gable being Sami's coach is a good wrinkle. It's an interesting wrinkle, because the question then becomes: does he cost him, or does he help him, or is he waiting in the weeds for his turn? Very interesting. Raw was horrible till the end between Cody and The Rock. Jordan, I hate to disagree with you. And that's fair. Too much promos. There you go. But we got 6 matches. I think it was 6 total. You guys can let me know. But yeah, no, I mean, again, I think that makes me feel like you watched half the show. Where was Seth and Jey? Seth took a DDT, a future shock on the floor, and Jey was, I guess, in the ring, not finishing a match. So yeah, no. Jordan, and you got to understand, man, you need those promos. If you're going to dedicate 90 minutes of a 3-hour show to promos and building angles and building up storylines, I'm sorry. Some people out there might not find that the most exciting, but it is part of the entertainment that I'm signing up to watch. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fake blood dissipates, real blood stagnates. Well, now we're getting all technical, Gil Grissom. I'm excited for NXT tomorrow. NXT is going to be fun tomorrow. We got lots to figure out. The second last NXT before Stand and Deliver, which will kick off our Mania marathon in 2 weeks. Can't wait to get to that. Raw felt authentic tonight. It was raw and authentic. Go figure. Stagnates. There you go. 9 out of 10. Great ending. Seth got taken out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say last call, 100% Daniel. Too many fans would get pissed off and deflated if Cody doesn't win at Mania. All that hard work. My only hesitation with the WWE is the WWE is pretty stubborn, and a lot of people were pissed off last year, and then they came back this year. So, yeah. You've had the dude win the Rumble twice. Yeah. I just watching the story. I feel like this feels like Cody's moment. WrestleMania 40, XL. Do it. Have the big moment. I just don't love the idea of WrestleMania 40 going off the air with like The Rock and the Bloodline and Roman holding up the belt and the crowd kind of lukewarm about it. I kind of want the night to end with like pyro and fireworks and confetti. And you know what? Shout out to the Bucks. Maybe we get some streamers. Like, I feel like that's the better way to say goodnight at the end of WrestleMania weekend. 9 out of 10. 8.75 says John. 9 out of 10. Best show this WrestleMania season. I'm kind of with you. We got that. Coagulates. Good word. I don't like Raw till Jey Uso versus Shinsuke and Cody and Rhodes backstage. Yeah, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. And I just unfortunately disagree. I thought the Raw was good. Thought we opened it strong. I thought we continued it strong. The top of the hour was strong. There was a lot of really good shit here tonight. Good night. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to tap out. And before I can't speak any further, but I will say goodnight to everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of these streams. Thank you for being a part of the shows. We appreciate it. Be a friend, tell a friend. Click all our links below. Find us on social. Find us on the Discord. Go get yourself some merch. Everyone could use a fist on their chest. Yes, you can pause on that. Big shout out to Big Nick for being with me tonight. Shout out to Ringsider Anthony for jumping in and saying hello. And to everyone else out there, we will see you tomorrow. And until then, we will see you on the flip side. Good night.